Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 208516.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville has the hot deals this summer with the Make This the Summer event. You pay the exact same thing as a factory employee. Come check out the Ram 1500 at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep and get savings up to $12,000 with Employee Pricing Plus on Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. And they still have the 2024 Ram Heavy Duties in stock. Save up to $15,000 with Employee Pricing Plus on the longest-lasting heavy-duty work trucks in the market. How about the new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee? You pay what a factory employee pays, with savings up to $9,000 on America's most awarded SUV. And unprecedented savings for a new Jeep Wrangler. Up to $6,000 off on a 2025 Jeep Wrangler.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Cockerell in Greenville. Come see us!
Offers do not include tax, tags, title, and $8.99 admin fee. See dealer for details.
Take advantage of Employee Pricing Plus and see all of the new and pre-owned inventory at ecauto.com.
For pest control that packs a punch, BAM! Call on the experts at BAM Pest Control. Attention Greenville, BAM Pest Control is here to protect what matters most, whether it's your business, your home, or your peace of mind. They don't just eliminate pests, they knock them out. BAM Pest Control is #1 in insect control, rodent control, and yard services like fire ants and mosquitoes. BAM! You're insect-free, safe, and comfortable. Call the experts at BAM Pest Control on Hooker Road in Greenville, 252-751-3160. BAM!
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed
the newest member of the Atlanta Braves organization, Dixon Williams.
What was scouts saying they liked about your game?
I think I'm an all-around player. I play good defense, maybe a little bit below average arm, but offensively I kind of check the box for a lot of the categories you're looking for. Walk more than I strike out and have some power. I've displayed a little bit and have shown I can hit for average also.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
To infinity and beyond.
Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Afternoon, everybody.
Man, that was just lackadaisical, man.
It was what now?
Lackadaisical.
We got Jarrett here. Hey, Jarrett.
Hey,
And we got left side.
strong side.
I shouldn't be held accountable for a grown man's athleticism.
I heard you say that, and I would have to agree with you, to be honest.
Wait, what? You agree with me?
I agree.
Do you hear that?
Flip that, Shirley.
Got a little taco meat on my chest.
I pay for AI. I can't help it. I mean, that was before I was medicated, man.
What?
I don't know. It was not my idea.
That's all. I love y'all, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios with a fun show on tap. If you like football, you've come to the right place. We got some great interviews coming your way on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. And we are on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV. Man, a lot of good stuff up there. A lot of our interviews. Also, conversations post-practice with Blake Carroll, John David Baker, and Josh Aldridge. Also, Blake Carroll's entire interview on the Brian Bailey Show from Monday. So we've got a ton right now of football content, and that is not going to stop until February, and honestly, it never stops. So just make sure you are subscribed and are ready to go, because we've got a lot of great stuff for you there, and a lot of great stuff for you here on the program, including Zach Kaplan joining us in about 20 minutes or so.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, Zach, live in the Pirate Radio studios. Also, more football talk with Cordell Woodland. He went in the Bone Zone. Jared Watkins interviewed Cordell. They talked Ravens football, as well as specifically Keaton Mitchell, and what kind of role will Keaton Mitchell have on this Ravens team. We'll hear that coming up later on in hour number 2. Coach Hud, Greg Hudson. Where in the world is Greg Hudson? We'll find out. and hit on some good football topics with him regarding East Carolina past and present, so you'll enjoy that. And another conference preview with Jeff Nadu. We talked about one of my favorite conferences today, the Big 12. It is wide open, both in terms of a lot of offense and in regards to who is going to win that league. So he has a favorite. He's got a couple of dark horses, and also gave his thoughts on BYU. How winnable is that game for ECU? Spoiler alert, sounds pretty winnable with their supposed to be quarterback going to Tulane. And for you baseball bros out there, you seam heads, got something for you too. Ryan McCrystal. We will catch up with the former Pirate catcher, and really enjoyed talking to him earlier today. You'll hear that conversation coming up on today's show. Shirley Rhodes is here. We got intern Jackson manning the video. We've got Jarrett Watkins, also known as J-Bone.
Jarrett Watkins, also known as J-Bone.
Hey, Jarrett. Hey-o. And we've got left side.
Strong side.
What's up, Chan?
Popping the top on this Thursday.
Popping the top.
I popped my top before the show.
Popping the top on this preseason football Thursday.
On this Dog of the Day Thursday, we've got our Dogs of the Day. We, as a collective group, went 3-0 last week.
Where your dogs at?
We'll try to keep that going today, as I think the fellas will throw out a couple of football bets. I'm going to the track. Not the dog track? Not the dog track.
Horse track?
Not the horse track.
Heading to the race?
Damn, that'd be cool if I could find some dog track bets for the Dog of the Day.
Is that legal?
I think so.
Okay.
If you're at the track.
Okay.
Like the Greyhounds?
Yeah.
I believe so.
All right.
I had a girlfriend in a past life, and her parents lived in Maine.
Maine?
And
Maine.
They adopted, rescued, however you want to put it, like former Greyhound racing dogs.
Yeah, Santa's little helper.
Yeah, right.
For the Simpsons.
That's right. I dated Lisa Simpson. And they lived in Springfield, Maine. And, boy, her brother Bart was always getting into trouble.
Always telling you to eat his shorts.
Yeah, eat his shorts, man.
Dad was a raging alcoholic.
Yeah, he was tough to get along with. His mother Marge was pretty nice, I got to say. Hair was a little weird.
Tall hair. Blue hair.
Yeah.
Loved that 5 o'clock dinner.
And I don't consider myself a racist, but just the
Oh, here we go. That's not a good start to a sentence.
There's just not a lot of people. In fact, nobody else that color on Earth, and it was difficult.
What do you mean that color?
They all have cirrhosis of the liver. They all hang out at Moe's Tavern.
Quickly moving on. I am enjoying a chili water. So refreshing.
If it's not chili water, it's not water.
Well,
what is it?
Nothing.
If they had this in Waterboy, Boucher would have gone like first overall pick in the draft.
My mom said chili water was the best water.
Chili Water Chat Gang is representing loud and proud on a Thursday. Jamie says, hey now.
Hey now.
PJ says, hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Steve says, hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
And he also says, go Gator.
Go Gator.
Hey, yo.
He also said, here's that. Do we have
that?
Well done, Shirley. We hadn't played that in a while. Cass says, good afternoon.
What's up?
Hey, Kaz.
Steve also says, hey, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
Joel says, what's up, what's up? Is that a little Martin Lawrence?
What's up, Chella? How you?
What's up, Chella? How you?
How you?
What's up, X? How you? You ready to play tomorrow night?
How you? Steve says, all right. All right. PJ says he's going to go
watch the Down East Bird Dogs play.
What's up, PJ?
When's Danny Pitt throwing?
Tomorrow
He
night.
said Thursday, Friday, or Saturday on Monday.
No, but he gave us a text.
He texted us and
Maybe
said,
you're not in that group. Sorry.
Yeah. Ooh, awkward.
God, I shouldn't have brought that up.
Dude. He said Friday night.
Okay.
And he asked if we needed tickets, that he would have some at Will Call.
Hey, we'll call you, Danny, and let you know.
We'll let you know.
I'll let you know. Oh, yeah, I'll be there.
Maybe PJ will be there Friday night to see our buddy DB in action. Speaking of Action Jackson got his first taste of sports trivia last night at Overtime Tavern.
And he was a huge part in our success, even though we did not finish first place. We were tied for first place.
Yeah,
we were tied for first until the horse race. And
yeah,
then
who won last night? I can't remember what team won last night.
All right, let's move on.
Who won? That's what I want to know.
Oh, who won? Who won?
This is a little out of character for you, Jared.
Yeah, who won?
I like it.
I wonder who won.
You're not usually that guy, pal.
I guess your team won because you're.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
boastful.
There's been a lot of events involving my team that's happened since. It's on the back burner.
Such as?
Oh no!
Yeah.
My buddy got a new girlfriend. It's, a lot of stuff like that.
I hear a lot of buddies are getting new girlfriends. By the way, I can't believe you haven't said something. Did you get a haircut?
I can't believe y'all ain't gonna miss my cut from last Friday.
I can't believe. From when?
From last Friday.
Yes.
Last Friday?
Yeah.
It's almost been a week.
Jeez Louise.
Well, it's starting to set in. It's looking
Wait
good.
a minute. You've been wearing a hat.
I've worn a hat twice this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I saw him.
But y'all ain't gonna mention my cut.
I mentioned it.
I appreciate you.
I noticed it.
I saw him Sunday, and I was like, I'm not gonna bring it up.
Just out of spite.
Correct. Chandler gets very defensive about people not mentioning his haircuts. Thank you for giving me a week to say it before you said something to me.
Yeah.
But I noticed
I was
it today.
I was gonna see how long it would take, and it took you 6 days.
Chandler has grace. He gave
How
you.
about the beauty? Beauty and grace?
Just grace.
Okay. But no,
Miss Grace.
Congrats to Dooley for winning trivia last night.
Yeah.
Jamie says, let's all get new girlfriends. Well, Jamie, that's going to be a tough one for you and I. A, we're ugly, but B, we're married. Jackson, how'd you enjoy trivia?
Oh, it was a great time. It was actually pretty packed out last night, too.
Had a ton of teams.
Well, we had 8 teams, was it?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there?
OT's has been a great spot for sports trivia. We're getting a great crowd out there, and I know
We're developing new regulars.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I know that you enjoy that. You started this like 10 years ago, like 2015.
It's been a
while.
Wow.
Yeah, but the team that's right beside you, I don't know the name, but as you're doing the final scores, they're like into it to see.
I think they were the Bills last night because they were going crazy.
As you're like putting in the scores, they see theirs. They're like, "Oh my gosh, I think we're in it." And then the next team comes up. They're like, "Oh!" So they're not
There's
just
a little
out there.
drama to it.
There is drama, but they're into it, and I see you laughing over there. And it makes me happy that you're happy to see a great crowd come out to OTs.
Thanks, buddy.
It makes me happy that it makes you happy that it makes him happy.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Joel says, what's the time frame for noticing a haircut? We talking New Year's rules? So
yeah, a week. After a week, just don't even bring it up.
But for me, I mean, this is more of a question for Chandler. How long do you acknowledge somebody saying nice new haircut? Because for me, today's the first day I noticed.
I give you a week, and
Okay.
you just were right there at the deadline. So tomorrow, I would say if
Chandler's got a calendar at home. And he's been putting X's on each day.
Yes.
And he was looking at tomorrow saying, I am going to cuss out that son of a
like
gun.
I go home and I go, another day. But if let's say we got to tomorrow and you noticed it, I'd be like, you know what? Thank you. I got it a week from today. But now, if I would have saw you on Saturday to watch maybe some preseason football, and you said, "Man, nice haircut," I'd been like, "Screw you! I got it over a week ago."
Or we're at the ECU scrimmage, and I'm like, "Oh, Chandler, you got a new cut for the scrimmage?" I'd be like, "No,
no,
go bleep yourself." Speaking of ECU football, anything to report? Like, no, we haven't talked.
None.
No new audio.
No.
But
we will have more for you on Saturday.
Saturday, Blake Harrell and some players after the scrimmage.
First scrimmage of the fall.
Yep, and Blake Harrell said this is the most important scrimmage of the fall. Because you don't want to start figuring stuff out in that second scrimmage.
And you know what?
You want us to figure it out right now so you can go ahead and fix it.
And then after that, you know what the most important scrimmage of the fall is?
The next one.
The next one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was doing that bit, but
Well, he said on the Brian Bailey show that the most important game is the next game.
Yeah,
Which
he
I've
does
heard
that
from
like week
every
to
head
week.
coach.
But like with the scrimmages, he was saying this one is when we need to start.
This one this Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
I understand what you're saying.
It's where you set the tone. You got to set the tone early.
Mm-hmm. He understands what you're saying.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And eventually, Chandler will understand what you're saying.
I understand what he's saying.
I don't think you do. You think he's saying this scrimmage is the most important because it's the next scrimmage, but that's not what he's saying.
This is an important scrimmage, though. I understand that.
Why?
Because it's the next one.
When do you get
Why I oughta?
Why
to the moon house?
All right. NC State took a L today.
What happened to them?
A North Carolina judge has dismissed a lawsuit filed by the 1983 NC State basketball team, shutting down the national championship winner's request for name, image, and likeness compensation.
42 years.
Idiots.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
What a loser.
Idiots. So NC State. Oh, that's good for us. I feel like any loss they can take now.
They're putting it on the bulletin board.
We talked all about the NFL and network and ESPN and all that jazz.
No, but
I feel like we've mentioned it, but
ESPN is monopolizing sports media.
What about him?
Yeah.
NFL Red Zone.
Yeah, he's going to stay on.
But it's going to ESPN?
Yeah.
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 But they bought the NFL Network.
Rich Eisen, I didn't even think about this. He's I couldn't believe when I heard him say how long the NFL Network's been around.
How long?
25.
Yeah, but there was a lot of my football watching life where there was no NFL Network. For you guys, you were kind of born into it almost.
Yeah. I remember in the off season they would do the NFL replay.
Mm-hmm. They still do it, yeah.
And when I needed my fix of football, I would just watch old.
It's the best.
I kind of get why we don't have NFL yearbooks anymore, but because we have YouTube. I mean, Chandler is the MVP of watching highlights, but I do it too. I've watched every Commanders condensed game on YouTube now from last year like 5-6 times. But
well, if I remember correctly, the yearbook was more kind of like I don't know. They put more spice on it.
Yeah, it would have the NFL Films music. It would be slow-mo. It would make you think your team had a tremendous year. Is that the spice you're talking about?
That's the spice I'm talking about. So that's going to YouTube and watching highlights is not the same. I wish they still had yearbook.
I agree. Yeah. I'm with you.
It'd make my seasons as a Raider fan look more intriguing, I guess.
That was almost the best part of my football watching life during the bad Redskins era when they just showed, like, it gave you so much hope for the next season.
Yeah.
That
yeah, they made you seem like, man, this team's got something. I loved it.
I didn't pick up on it as a kid, but now I understand why so many of those highlights were in slow-mo, because they had to make it a 30-minute show. And when you only win 4 or 5 games, they only show like the wins. So they really had to stretch it out.
Yeah. Bring back yearbook.
Bring back. Why don't we do it, man? We're smart guys.
We got a lot going on here.
Yeah, I guess we should do an ECU yearbook.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I was about to say we could just do one for ECU.
I don't think we have the rights.
No, we get sued by the university.
Yeah, this place would be burned to the ground.
Or we could make it and then sell it to them.
I don't think
that's even worse. I don't think they would want to buy anything from us.
Anything pirate radio related, I'm going to say they're going to be out on.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I don't think they look at us as a serious organization.
I can see it on your face.
Serious.
Not talking about this.
Seriously serious. Hey, but guys, we need to get level.
Level.
We're almost at 5,000 on YouTube.
Almost to 5K.
Getting there.
Almost 5K.
Joel says $30 for Red Zone and NFL Network package is a deal. I don't know.
I didn't see that.
You know what I think they should do? They should do a college football Red Zone.
Nah. There's too much going on.
Well, I mean, you only do Power 5.
Then absolutely.
Well, no. Now I'm off board. Jarrett, what do you mean no?
I feel like the NFL is structured to where it's like you can do that. College football, I think, is a lot more.
I like your attitude. You're like, why even try? Let's just go to bed and pull the covers over our head. Why try to do something cool? There's no way we could do that. It would be awesome.
That's cool, but why do that?
What are you talking about?
I mean, I don't trust ESPN to do it right. So, I mean, I don't want to see a crappy product.
So don't watch it, but me and Jackson can.
Well, he doesn't even want the cool teams in there. He just wants the boring.
He just said that to try to spicing up the deal for you.
Now, if you give me a Tuesday, Wednesday Mac Red Zone.
No, that's stupid. We're not doing that.
I want a squeeze play version of college football.
No.
It's too cool.
Stupid.
Way too cool.
Jackson, never bring up another idea again. I'm with you. Is there nothing like that? They don't do a flip around? Well,
Pat McAfee did it last year. Or year
all right,
before.
I'm out. Just kidding. What we need for real, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, at least, is college basketball red zone.
Yeah.
Because those are the nights where there's a bunch of games, big boys are playing.
Cal Baptist.
We need that for college hoops, and we need it for college football, 100%. Because honestly, I hear what you're saying. Like, there's only a select number of games in the NFL. True, but there's only a select number of games for time windows in college football.
Yeah.
They're all not playing at the same time.
You know something else about the NFL?
I know a lot of things about the NFL.
Well, here's something.
Test me.
There's one thing you might not know.
You don't know who Paul Tagliabue is, bro.
You can't lose games in the NFL and still win.
Now that's smart what you just said.
You cannot lose games. Let me say this again. You cannot lose games in the NFL and still win.
You cannot lose games in the NFL and still win.
You should be like the head coach.
Was that God?
A college football program.
He thinks he's God.
I watched a Ravens 30 for 30 last night, and it had a lot of Trent Dilfer in it.
Yeah, I was sitting right next to you.
Yeah, but then I went home and watched the rest of it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's gotta suck.
Yeah. Jamie said Coach Mack isn't watching McAfee in Red Zone. Watching McAfee Red Zone. Zach Kaplan, who's going to be here in like 2 minutes, says,
save your comments
on our Chili Water chat gang. Why have college football Red Zone for ECU Coastal when you can feature Purdue Northwestern instead?
If that's what we're gonna get for 40 minutes, tell him to stay home.
Kenny Curley says, bring back MySpace. All right. Hey, look, we all have a cause.
I never had a MySpace.
Really? Mm-mm. Hey, buddy, you would have been in my top. What was it, Shirley?
It was the top 5.
Was it 5?
Was it top 5 or top 10?
For some reason, I thought it was like a random, like 6 or 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been like a 6 or 8
Yeah.
type deal. But yeah, if you were in that top whatever echelon.
And you get to play a song for like the first like 10 seconds of a song.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
And it was
when
like,
you load the page?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Pineapple Express. The trailer has the all I want to do is that's a cool song. I'm going to put that on my
Your
MySpace
money.
so people know I'm cool. And it worked. People think I'm really cool.
Let's not do it.
Remember the excitement of figuring out how to code and put like a picture in your background?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun times. All right. I thought we had another comment here. Mike P. Will you ask Coach Hud if he's the one who's been throwing toys on the floor at WNBA games?
Good Lord.
Why would I?
Given
Dang it. I should have asked.
Cheese ball.
Given his username on Switcher
Honky check.
I would say most likely.
Fat honky. Honky check. Man, red honky.
That's him heckling at games. He's been kicked out of 7 WNBA games. Kaz was good at HTML coding.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yep.
I like how this turned into Gen X.
I would
radio.
think so. Well, I'm Gen X, so.
Yeah.
I'm Gin and Tonic.
What are you doing, John?
Before we take a break, I want to do a flip through.
All right, go ahead.
Stop.
Stop yourself.
Stop.
Oh.
There you go.
She packed my bags last night, pre-flight.
This is my team right here, man.
Rockets, man. Toledo.
Holy Toledo.
Jason Candle, the head coach. In his 10th year.
He's a Rocket man, and he's a candle in the wind. This guy's a huge Elton John fan.
Man.
Or maybe somebody at Toledo is.
Yeah.
Let's see. Non-con for Toledo.
Show me, hold on. Kareem Hunt?
That's what I was going to say.
Number 1 on the list.
All right, good.
The second guy on the list is Chester Taylor.
Ah, Chester. Yep.
And then Washawn Tate.
Chester's such an unfortunate name because every nickname.
Chester.
Wait, before you say something, I'm just going to say, like, Chester the Molester.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what kind of nursery rhyme you were going to.
Never.
Probably.
I mean, if you said that.
Right.
Chester.
All right, what else?
Career passing leaders.
Oh, number 2.
Bruce Grodkowski.
I know.
Who does number 2 work for?
Who are the other names?
Number 1, Logan Woodside, and then number 3, Terrence Owens.
Terrence Owens? You said that with a little pizzazz.
Terrence Owens.
Said it a little bit like Chester.
Yeah, career receiving leaders. Eric Page, number 1. Cody Thompson, number 2. Stephen Williams, number 3.
I have a problem with what you just said. I'm going to address it during the break.
Join Pirate Radio for the annual...
Join us for the annual Pirate Radio kickoff party.
Go back and watch
Shirley, I think I know why you did that. Chuck, who does that voice, is from Ohio, where Toledo is.
You are correct, sir.
Yeah,
exactly. Do y'all want to know the non-con for
Yeah.
Toledo?
Nope. I want to take a break.
At Kentucky, at home against Western Kentucky, Morgan State, and then Western Michigan.
Throw us the break, Chan Man.
That was the Toledo Rockets for our flip through. And guess what, folks? Zach Kaplan joins us on the other side. I hope you guys are happy. He's in the building, and he's going to be in this studio when we return right after this.
Join Pirate Radio for the annual Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, Thursday, September 4th, for a night of music, friends, and fun. Come meet the Pirate Radio crew and dance the night away with the main event band. Tickets are only $10, and all proceeds will go to the Jeff Charles Scholarship and the Heather Ann Pertee Scholarship. Grab all your friends and party like a pirate on September 4th. For more information or to get tickets, go to pr927fm.com. Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
We're just glad to be here alive and kicking butt on Pirate Radio. Let's go.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
It's bow time. Sure, you've had a sausage biscuit before, but have you had the smoked sausage biscuit from Bojangles? Well, now is your chance. Juicy, slow-cooked smoked sausage is grilled to perfection and served on a fluffy, made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. No one does breakfast like Bojangles, and this smoked sausage biscuit doesn't disappoint. Right now, you can get 2 for just $5. Start your day with this flavor-packed deal while it lasts. It's bow time.
Escape to Beaufort this summer with exclusive savings at the Beaufort Hotel. Save 25% with Beaufort bonus days on Sunday and Monday during stays in June, July, and August. Immerse yourself in the beauty of the Crystal Coast. Experience waterfront dining at the award-winning 34 Degrees North restaurant. No advance deposit required and free cancellations up to 48 hours before arrival. Life is a little simpler at the Beaufort Hotel. Book your exclusive summer escape now. Visit BeaufortHotelNC.com or call 252-728-3000.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time.
Pizza?
deserves Pepsi.
Eastern North Carolina, it's your guy, Roger Harris. I train to be the best on the field, but even more, it's about being my best for them. I know my joints won't heal on their own. Arthritis is coming, unless I stop it. Prevention beats pain. QC Kinetics use your body's own power to heal, rebuild, and restore. No surgery, no drugs, no downtime. Don't wait until pain sidelines you from the game of life. QC Kinetics, regenerative medicine, real results. Call now to schedule your free consultation. 252-645-6458.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
What up, what up, what up? This is your man, Petey Pablo, again with the Pirates, hanging out with that Pirate Nation. We got that patches over the eyes, and we can see everything. Talk to you when I talk to you. You know what I'm talking about? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Pirate Radio, baby.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Chronic joint pain hovers. You never know when it's going to rear its ugly head, and that goes for David Garrard, too. This is why the medical professionals at QC Kinetics take their job so seriously. When they treat patients like David Garrard, they are delivering long-term relief, treatments without surgery or downtime. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today at 252-645-6458. That's 252-645-6458. And now let's head back in. I'm going to buy myself a little bit of time here as the guys get back into the studio. And now we're going to head back into PRL. Here's one, J-Bone, better known as Jared Watkins.
Yep, and here's Clip.
Welcome to Musical
Great
Chairs.
job, J-Bone. Sorry, we had a deep conversation going on during the break.
You going on your second chili water?
Yeah, dude. I'm getting chilly today in the studio. Chili water. Sponsoring the Chat Gang each and every day here on Pirate Radio Live and during our football coverage. Pure ice cold refreshment from the Black Creek Aquifer. Canned to protect the water we all love. Chili water, the good water in your hand. Order 12 packs now at chiliwater.com or find it at a store near you. And very refreshing. Joel asking, did Zach like the stream today? Oh, Zach Kaplan.
Yes.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, Clip.
Did you like it?
I felt bad. I saw the comment, felt bad, and just hit the like button. So you're up to 12.
A little late, but better late than never, they say.
That's right.
J-Bone popping a top on a chili water.
Yeah, I've never had one.
Jared Watkins, also known as J-Bone.
Let's get the review.
It's good water.
Good water. That's some good water right there.
He's from Philly now?
That's good water. Good water.
Quality H2O.
Zach.
Clip.
How you been?
I haven't been in studio in a while.
Where you been?
Just parts unknown on Thursdays. I don't know. I've had days off. I made a little excursion to the Outer Banks, paradise on Earth.
How was the solo trip to the Outer Banks?
I loved it. I have really warmed up to the idea of solo travel. You're on your own schedule. I can go eat when I want. I can go to the beach when I want. I can get off the beach when I want.
It's hard to have those moments when you have a family like me and Brian Kelly. So, yeah, I enjoy my moments of solitude, but, you know, at the same time, love being around the girls. So it's a balance. If you have any questions for me, guys, how to handle life, just ask. I'll tell you.
I got a question.
What?
How do you handle life?
Well, Chandler, one moment at a time.
Can you answer this as Mike Oresco?
Well, I look at life like an 80-yard drive, and I live my life like Shane Carden's my quarterback and Justin Hardy is my receiver. And I'm going to take each day as I drive, and I'm going to go down the field one play at a time, and I equate that to 1 hour at a time, one moment at a time, one segment at a time, like we're here with Zach Kaplan. I'm going to make the most of this moment. We'll call this a down, and after this segment, hopefully I've achieved a first down. We will then talk to Ryan McCrystal. That'll be another set of downs.
What do you think of System of a Down?
Well, I thought Toxicity was a fantastic song, and the drumming, the drum pattern in it blew my mind. I listened to that song, and then they came out with Ariel's, of course, and Ariel Epstein, she's a great girl. But Ariel's, the music video had that child in it that looked like an alien, and it really confused me. And he was in a car that had hydraulics, and I didn't understand the metaphor. What I really like is the song Hypnotize by System of a Down.
All right, there's Mike Oresco,
former AAC commissioner.
You always wonder, like, what... I might only get one opportunity to interview this particular person.
One shot.
And you, I love that the one chance you had to interview Mike Oresco, you asked him about System of a Down.
You kept saying first down and this down, and I was like, I got to ask him about System of a Down.
I know, I understand why you did it.
How would that even cross your mind? Is there a backstory there that I'm missing?
The System of a Down thing?
With him? Yeah.
I just explained it.
This felt really random.
Now Chandler knows how we feel.
Wait, is this how you feel about me?
Yep.
Yes.
There's a new Chon in town.
Whoops-a-daisy.
Hey, new Chon, how often do you get your hair cut?
About every 5 weeks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's about like me. You like me for real.
Man, we as a society have grown more lax, maybe lackadaisical even, some would say. But
man, that was just lackadaisical, man.
Do you get a lot of talk about your facial hair? Like, do you have to keep it tight a certain way to be on TV?
It used to be such a bigger thing.
Yeah.
And like the thing, but now you think about Ken. I mean, Ken's always rocking it. Shout out Channel 9. And I'll let it go. Like when I know I'm not anchoring, like I'm not going to be on TV tonight. I guess I might be anchoring tomorrow. Like, so I'll probably shave tomorrow before the weekend, but I really only shave when I know I'm going to be anchoring. To be fully honest,
is there stations out there that are like the Yankees, or I guess that used to be like the Yankees because they allow it sort of kind of now?
In what way? They had great ratings in the 90s and have done nothing since.
The Yankees lose. The Yankees lose.
Yankees
suck. Yankees suck.
You know what? You don't need to answer that question. Kenny says, are you familiar with the history of ECU Penn State football?
Like not fully, but I do. I did become aware of his question, which he asked if I knew that East Carolina played 10th ranked Penn State in '85. Pirates lost 17-10. Not too bad. I did know that that's one of 4 times that East Carolina has played the eventual national champions. Most recently, 2 years ago, Michigan. So
do we know the others off the top of our dome pieces?
Miami,
Florida State.
I don't think so.
Well, they played them in the same year.
I thought it was Miami twice, Penn State, and Michigan.
The U. It's all about the U. Will East Carolina be playing a national champion this season?
Nope.
I don't see State getting there.
Neither do I. That's not who I'm talking about.
BYU?
Nope, not talking about them either.
Tulane?
Now we're getting somewhere.
Oh. He cracks another, what are they called, chill waters?
Chili water, dude.
Waters.
Come on.
I am like, the tough start to the day. What are you going to do with this guy? Oh, come on. What are you doing?
The AAC eventual champion. Sorry, American champion. My bad, Miss Sword. Could be in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be our only hope this year.
I think Navy or Tulane are our best chances.
And we don't play Navy until the American championship.
Yep. That's at Media Day in Charlotte. Caton Hauser asked if South Florida was on the schedule, and I said, conference championship. You'll play them then.
And the good news about playing Navy in the conference championship, they'll be looking ahead to Army.
Oh.
That's a good point.
That's their most important game of the year.
It's probably the only conference championship that can be a trap game.
It is.
I mean, people are asking, what's more? I would say to that fan base, I wonder how important winning the conference is compared to beating Army.
Well, people said it last year about Army.
Yeah, so I'm flipping the question around.
Yeah.
I feel like it's still beating the other is more important than winning the conference.
I agree.
No? Trap game.
I think to a lesser extent, what's more important for Ohio State and Michigan? Their rivalry game or a national championship? The answer has to be national championship, but it's not by much.
Well, it depends on where you are in the season. Last year, Michigan has no shot, so that's...
Doy. But how about Ohio State? How about from their perspective?
I think they want to win, but I don't really think they care that much.
I think the national championship.
Yeah, agreed.
But it's like you said. I think it's closer than people think.
I agree with that too, because that's what I said. So I'm going to agree with what I said.
This year, I would say for most Buckeye fans, it would be beating Michigan would be more important coming off of the national championship and losing 4 straight to them.
Going to disagree, but only slightly.
I would rather lose 4 straight to Michigan and win back-to-back national championships than beat Michigan and go out in the first round of the playoffs.
What's more important to ECU fans? Beating NC State the season opener or going to the conference championship?
Going to the conference championship.
I don't know if that's true.
For you or for fans?
I think there's a lot of Pirate fans.
Let me repeat the question for those that didn't hear properly, that need to clean out their ears. What's more important to Jared Watkins? It's not what I said. What's more important to ECU fans? Beating NC State or playing for the conference championship? Jared, I
agree with Jared.
Am with you. I just don't know overall if that would be the case.
Would that be the majority vote?
Chili Water Chat Gang, what do you say? I'm about to pop this up on Twitter right now.
Pop it up on Twitter like you're popping a top on that chili water?
Yeah, I think it's a good question.
I think you're going to get a varied response.
Would you rather be the NC State?
All right, listen to me.
That's a great question, man.
Let's reiterate this question. Let's put it in these words. As an ECU fan, would you rather beat State week 1 or play in the conference championship? Now we're sounding like the Californians.
Yeah, Zach. Just real quick.
Or would you rather play in the conference championship game?
I'd rather than be in the conference championship, but I'm not someone who grew up hating the Wolfpack like a lot of Pirate fans probably did.
Hunter, Chili Water Chat Gang representative, says going to the conference championship.
Yeah.
I think that's the answer.
I do too.
The game that has a trophy where you get to shake the hands of a Mr. Sore.
I don't know, dude. Would you rather have a trophy or a barrel?
Trophy.
All right.
You can get a barrel. Anyway.
What's in the barrel?
What's in the barrel? What's in the barrel?
If it's beer, I want the barrel.
Put beer in the trophy.
Put some pirate water in there.
Jamie says easy.
Water?
Conference championship. Yes. What are y'all talking about?
He said you could put some pirate water in there. I said, did you mean chili water?
Turn y'all's mics off for just a second. Jared, you obviously are going conference championship.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe we've evolved and more people will say that, but I do feel like there was a time where the answer would be beating NC State. But we've beaten them now. We just beat them we just beat them to win a trophy.
Yeah.
How about that? All right, y'all are back up.
Why did you turn my mic off? Because I corrected him for saying pirate water.
I know, but it was while I was talking on the show about like ECU football, and y'all were having a conversation.
Yeah, but he's talking about a sponsor who pays our bills.
I understand, dude.
I'm trying to correct him.
Fine. I appreciate that part of it, but y'all are having a conversation while I'm talking.
I didn't mean to have a conversation. I
don't care what you meant to do.
I didn't want to have a conversation with him, but when he mispronunciates or says a sponsor when it's chili water and he says pirate water.
One of my favorite things is somebody saying mispronunciate. Like, okay.
I think we can all agree it's Zach's fault.
Pirate water is a totally different. That used to be a sponsor here. But chili water is the sponsor. I had to correct that.
As a misnomer on my part, I feel like I deserved the around the horn mute button that I got, and I thought it was fair.
What do I do?
I don't think I deserve mine.
What do I do as a host of a show in that case? Well, what should I have done?
Turn off the guy's mic that said the wrong sponsor.
And then it would just be you talking while I'm talking.
No, we already discussed that, and then you continued.
Close about to throw the headset, Billy Martin style, across the studio here.
PJ says, let's do both. It's a either or. Take a break. God, man. I feel like we were having a great show. Now I'm all irritated.
I don't know about that.
Now you know my third grade teacher. Now you know my third grade teacher felt.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. Great show. Good show.
It wasn't a great show. It was only a good show. And then he took it off the rails, just like Tesla.
I'm just trying. Look, as a salesman, I'm trying to get the sponsors.
Zach, we're trying to go to break.
All right, back with you after this.
Here with Brian Cook, the comptroller for Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. Talk a little bit about the financing options that you provide.
We're here to help anybody from bad credit, poor credit, rebuilding credit, or great credit. We find the best deal through over 30 lenders here that we work with every day, and we're focused on finding the best fit for all our customers.
One website, 2 outstanding dealerships, Greenville Motor Company, Greenville Auto World. Try us, trust us at driveherenow.com.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
Want to make your day better? Order a large original crust, one-topping pizza from Papa John's for only $9.99. Take advantage of this awesome carry-out special now by logging on to papajohns.com and make today a pizza day for only $9.99. Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards and start earning points from your favorite menu items. Go Pirates!
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids. On August 15th, country outlaw Jamie Johnson takes the stage with rising star Jackson Dean opening the show. Tickets are on sale now at carolinacrossroadsamp.com.
Michaels & Gakwe Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gakwe, and our mission at Michaels & Gakwe is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gakwe are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gakwe Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
For pest control that packs a punch, BAM! Call on the experts at BAM Pest Control. Attention Greenville, BAM Pest Control is here to protect what matters most, whether it's your business, your home, or your peace of mind. They don't just eliminate pests, they knock them out. BAM Pest Control is #1 in insect control, rodent control, and yard services like fire ants and mosquitoes. BAM! You're insect-free, safe, and comfortable. Call the experts at BAM Pest Control on Hooker Road in Greenville, 252-751-3160. BAM!
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
Pirate Radio.
Plunder the booty, lads. The ship is ours. I said, get off my boat. That's it. Get in there, you swarmy dogs. Lower him down, Ike. Have a good day.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Quality Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer with 36 locations to serve you. Quality Equipment is open in Winterville next to Sam's Club, or visit qualityequip.com to find the location near you. And Greenville Utilities Neighbor-to-Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor-to-Neighbor program. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Having some real talk during the break there. Talking about our weight. You guys work out?
Used to, not anymore.
Chandler, you are an avid walker.
I was. Used to walk 4 miles a day.
That's nuts.
Damn.
And then when I moved to Greenville back in 2020, I used to walk 3 miles.
That's nuts.
I would leave my house off West Overlook, come all the way downtown, up 5th, up Elm, back to my house. That was 3 miles.
Shirley, back in the 90s, I would walk 100 miles, and then I would walk 100 more.
I would walk 100 miles.
You're right, 500.
Yeah.
I thought that sounded weird.
I say about
I was talking about what I did, not what they did.
About 400 miles short.
Yeah.
I work out 3 times a week.
What's the gym today?
Do those 12-ounce curls.
You went to Jim's house?
That was the gym.
A lot of good jokes going on. 12-ounce curls, Jim's house. Breaking out the classics.
Oh, man.
All right.
Comedy Club.
Hunter, to my question about would you rather beat NC State or play for a conference championship, this was kind of my reasoning, part of my reasoning. He said, we've beaten State a couple times since the last time we've been to a conference championship game. So now, not only is it like what's most important, but what is most unique to us, and that would be winning a conference championship at this point. What are you counting? How many times we beat them?
At least 4 times.
So last year,
2010.
You're going that way.
Yep, 2010.
Now, what was 2010?
The interception Magazoo.
Oh, Russell Wilson.
Yeah. 13, we throttled them in Dave Doran's first year.
On the road.
My freshman year, 16, we beat Ryan Finley.
Scotty Moe. Second game.
Then we beat them in the Military Bowl 4 times since the last conference championship.
So that makes the answer for us.
At the end of the day.
Even easier, I think. Zach, you going out to the Little League Softball World Series.
Making my way over there. Saw you at Sharon Brown in studio this week. And those games have been anything but ordinary. It's funny because we're as media, a little inside baseball for folks at home, we're supposed to submit our interview requests post-game by the end of the 4th inning. And they have come back in the 5th and 6th innings to win both of their games. So it's like, I literally have started saying like Jaron Brown and whoever has the go-ahead hit for them. Because it's just 2 straight games in the state tournament. They've done it now, 2 in the World Series. It's pretty incredible.
How good of an interview are these kids post-game?
Varies. Some love it, some really don't.
Yeah. How old are they, like 12?
They're 12.
At most.
They're 12 at most. Some are 11.
Can't imagine.
Yeah, I mean...
It's got to be pretty intimidating. I mean, I've always loved to talk, so it's different for me.
I mean, you saw them when they were in this studio.
I wasn't here. I was in Charlotte, I believe.
But you watched it because you watch all our content.
Of course, yes.
And you saw that some of them I would say the majority of them were not super pumped to talk on the mic, but some have more outgoing personalities than others. But you throw a TV camera in your face, I think that would add even more anxiety.
This is definitely a more relaxed interview setting,
Yeah.
For sure, than me sticking a camera and microphone in some 12-year-old's face.
Let's run the scenarios. If Pitt County wins today, they will play Saturday in the semifinals.
That's right.
If Pitt County loses today, they will play Friday.
At 7.
Ooh, under the lights?
Prime time at Elm Street Park.
All right.
On ESPN.
The worldwide leader.
That's right.
What are you doing, Chandler?
Well, just looking how battered this magazine already is.
Oh, it's been through the wars.
Is that how much of that is you? Are you ripping it apart?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I just picked it up.
Okay, because there are a couple of rips in there. I'm like, did Chandler just cause those right now?
And we've been doing flip throughs, and I kind of want to do one right now.
It also went to Mecklenburg County.
Oh,
it came back a little tattered.
But I want to do a flip through if that's okay.
I'm blaming Jenny for
Unless
that.
you have something else.
I'm good.
All right, ready? Here we go. Tell me when to stop, Zach.
Kind of text my wife something.
Stop.
Colorado State.
The Rams. Are you Ram tough?
Colorado State Rams. Jay Norvell.
Oh, yeah.
Who Jack Powers has talked about because he used to be the coach at Nevada.
Norvell had what do you say about Dion? Like, we're not all flashy and all that crap. Yeah.
Something about
bling.
And what was the score of that game? So
That was what, 23?
2 years ago, they played an epic game.
That was 35-43.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Say the top number first.
43. Yeah, I understand. 43-35. I'm
God,
sorry.
that gives me.
Yeah, when I said that, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, winning team.
43-35 and 2 overtimes. That was week 2.
On a Friday night.
And I believe we were at App State, and I remember watching that in my hotel room.
We had a noon game, I want to say, the next day, because I remember I'm up way too late watching this game to be on the air at 8 a.m.
So that was a classic. But non-con for Colorado State at Washington, Northern Colorado. Then they got a bye week 3.
What was the score last year between the two? I'm sorry.
28-9.
Okay.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Let's see some of their leaders.
Gosh, there's a quarterback.
Passing leaders.
Hold on. Do rushing and receivers first.
All right. Rushing. Number 1, Steve Bartolo.
Bartolo.
Steve Bartolo. 83-86. Number 2, Damon Washington. 95-98. Number 3, Dalen Dawkins, who was 15-17. Receiving leaders, number 1, Rashard Higgins.
Oh, played in the NFL.
13-15.
Browns.
Number 2, David Anderson, 02-05. And then number 3 was Greg Primus, 89-92.
It's got to be Primus.
There's a quarterback, and I can't think of his name. Maybe you'll say it.
All right, so number 1 was from 11-14. Number 2 was 14-17.
I just say him.
All right. So number 1, Garrett Grayson.
Nope.
Number 2, Nick Stevens.
Nope.
And number 3, Kelly Stoffer.
Okay. None of them guys. I don't know who I'm thinking of.
Last year, Jay Norvell and his program went 8-5.
That's solid. Where does Phil still have them picked in the Mountain West?
Let's see here.
I'm asking the big questions.
I'm gonna try to find out who I'm thinking of.
They have them. Here's the gray on gray. They have them 5th. He has them 5th. So
Mountain West pretty strong. At Van Pelt, Bradley Van Pelt is who I was thinking of. That's going back to 01, 02, 03. He's their 9th all-time leading passer. Sorry, that was just for me. That was for no one else.
Well, was he like a Washington guy, or what was the connection?
Did he go to the Bills, maybe? I just remember him being good.
Bills.
Broncos, Texans, and that's it. He was the 2-time Mountain West Offensive Player of the Year, so I just remember him from that.
I'll just always remember that. I was still in Montana for that double overtime game. I remember we wrapped up our high school football coverage. I shockingly went to the bar afterwards, and the game was still going. That was some good Pac-12 Mountain West After Dark.
No doubt. All right, Zach, enjoyed it, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Sorry I took it off the rails there for one segment, but what's new?
That's what this show's all about.
We're getting ready, though, Clip. High school football touchdown Friday, 2 weeks from tomorrow.
I'm sorry, what's that show called?
It's called Touchdown Touchdown Friday.
I'm sorry. Could you?
What's it called again?
Tell me the name, the title of the show, please.
It's actually Brian Bailey's
Touchdown Friday.
Thank you.
2 weeks from tomorrow.
That is exciting. That's cool.
I asked Morgan Ehlers, who was in studio earlier today, I said, when does your show start up? And he said...
What a dumb question.
And I said, it's August 22nd.
Yeah.
The week of August 22nd.
Yeah, the week that high school football starts.
I'm just trying to promote football.
I know. You're right. That's a good way to promote it.
And Clip...
That's just a dumb question.
Clip, we do have a Viking.
I'm trying to promote his show.
I know, but you could have done it in another way. But look, we got it out there. We promoted it.
We do have a Viking scrimmage tomorrow morning.
Chandler, I love you, man. That was unnecessary. I'm sorry. I apologize. And you're about to leave, so I feel bad.
I'm about to leave.
I don't want you to leave on a bad note, man.
And, I just try to promote something, and I'm about to promote another thing.
Yeah.
Play it again, sports.
Uh-huh.
If you missed your chance last month,
play it again. Run it back.
Play it again.
Literally.
Just play it again. Play it again, sports.
That's how you promote things.
Last month was a $100 gift card to Play It Again Sports. This month, $150. I was there earlier today giving out the new posters to post on their door, to post right there at the register. And when I looked, there's a lot of tickets already in the raffle box.
Excellent.
So go
get them in there.
Get your name in and have a chance to win a $150 gift card. We're going to be doing this throughout the rest of the year, so until December, and we're going to go up $50 each month on the gift card value. So this month, $150. Go to 890 Greenville Boulevard Southwest in Greenville, right across from the Nissan dealership. Enter your name, and while you're there, check out all the awesome new and used equipment at Play It Again Sports. Your chance to win a gift card.
Chandler, it's the 1 week anniversary of you texting old Terry, and I don't know if still subconsciously I'm still thinking about that, and our relationship will never be the same. But honestly, I think it's just I was being a jerk. So I would love for you to accept my apology and leave, and we still be on good terms today.
Absolutely.
Thanks, man.
I love you, man.
All right. Zach, enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Clip.
All right, we'll take a break, come back. Big hour 2. We got our dog of the day. Tell you who Sean has. And also some guests to get to. Ryan McCrystal, Cordell Woodland. Back with you after this.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no-obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting pirates.
At U.S. Cellular, you can get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, so you don't have to haggle at self-checkout.
$10.99.
I'll give you $7.
$10.99.
$8.
Calling for assistance.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Shiny teeth in me.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Dr. Holly, owner of Pirate Dental. At Pirate Dental, we fix teeth. Does your tooth hurt?
They fix teeth.
Chipped tooth?
They fix teeth.
Need a second opinion?
We fix teeth.
Need a crown, have a cavity? We fix teeth. Bottom line at Pirate Dental, we fix teeth. Call us today at 252-321-2500 or visit us at piratedental.com. Online appointments available. Pirate Dental, we fix teeth. Go Pirates.
Shiny teeth in me.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
Hey, Righty, you feeling okay? You've been dragging all day.
Ugh, don't even talk to me, Lefty. These shoes are a disaster. My arch is crying.
Dude, we have to go to Fleet Feet. They have a 3D scanner to customize shoes for every foot.
Wait, like custom fit? For me?
Yes, you and me. They have the top brands such as OnCloud, Brooks, and Hoka, plus many more.
Fleet Feet, where fit happens. Schedule your appointment at fleetfeet.com or come in today and treat your feet right. Find your perfect pair at Fleet Feet.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Everyday children in eastern North Carolina are fighting the unimaginable pediatric cancer. Riley's Army stands beside them, offering financial and emotional support, food cards, gas cards, and a community of care. But we can't do it without you. Visit rileysarmy.com to donate, volunteer, or learn more. Together we can bring comfort, hope, faith, and strength to these brave families and children. Riley's Army, because no family should fight alone.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. At Langley Contracting, they are the superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, they've got you covered. And best of all, they handle your insurance claims. They're locally owned right here in eastern North Carolina, licensed, insured, carry a 25-year roof warranty, and if you want everything seamless, they can handle your gutter installation too. Call or visit them online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today. Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live. No time to dilly nor dally because we have a couple of interviews this hour. Ryan McCrystal, Cordell Woodland. But before we do that, Shirley, want to do our dog of the day. If you could give me a little DMX.
Yeah. I'm right here, dog. Where my dogs at?
Where are my dogs at? That is the question. But we have the answer, specifically me. But I am 2-0. Dog of the day.
2-1.
J Bone, also known as Jerry Watkins, 2-1. Chandler Honeycutt coming in at 500, 1-1. The parameters are this because Jarrett had entered a dog of the day, and I've thought about this too. ECU is an underdog against NC State. So can my underdog just be, ECU plus 12.5? Well, we want plus money on our dog of the day. So Jarrett had entered Browns plus 6 tonight.
Yeah.
But they're minus 105 to be a 6-point dog. So we're going to have to go plus money on our bets for dog of the day. But Jarrett will be sticking with that game.
Browns plus 230 on the money line.
There we go.
I like Shadur. I think this is the complete opposite of a sabotage. I think they really do believe in him. Now, obviously, the rest of their quarterbacks are hurt. But the Panthers weren't that good last year on defense. I don't think their second and third stringers will be much better. So give me Shadur to light it up.
I mean, I like this. Like last week, you had some really good reasoning. I mean, it's kind of stupid generally to bet on a preseason game. But when you said, hey, Trey Lance, man, this guy was drafted high. He is still looking to prove himself. right now he's trying to prove himself as a backup for a really good team or a playoff team.
Yeah.
And he's going to go out and do all he can. And he was awesome. And I thought that was good reasoning. I think my reasoning was probably worse than yours, that Jim Harbaugh just wants to win at everything, including, hacky sack, which we found out was not a win or lose game.
Yeah, I'm still trying to rack my brain on that. But it's one of those hippie sports. So,
but either way, we both had our reasons, and I like the Trey Lance reasoning. Just like I don't hate your Shadur Sanders reasoning. He's gonna. The Browns have now 6 quarterbacks. I think 4 playable, but a couple hurt tonight. So Gabriel and Flacco are not playing.
No, Kenny Pickett I don't think is playing either. So I think it's literally just
going to be Shadur and Snoop. And Snoop just got there, Huntley, but he has played and won games in the NFL before. So
been to a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. What do the Panthers do on their side? I guess Bryce and the starters are going to give it a go.
Maybe a quarter.
So, and that makes it fun too, that you like the first 2 drives of the game are huge.
Yeah.
Like if you can go out of those even, like you feel good about your bet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But even if the Panthers get up because their starters are in, you just don't want them to go like 2 drives and score both drives. You know what I'm saying? So the beginning of that game will be big for you. But Jarrett is taking the Browns, trying to go to 2-0 on preseason picks. And by the way, who's doing this? Who's responsible for this crap?
What do you mean?
Are you 2-1?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You're right. My bad.
I am 2-1.
I just sometimes just fly off the handle for no reason.
Yeah, maybe calm down a little bit. Maybe calm down.
Bone is 2-1. Chandler's 1-1. Clip Rock 2-0. Jarrett trying to get to 3-0, 2-0 in preseason action.
Mm-hmm.
Factual.
Well, 3-1, 2-0 in preseason action.
Yeah.
You good?
Should you host this segment?
Nah, you got it.
You don't want to take it from here?
No, but I mean, how can you say that they're sabotaging Shadur?
No, first question, how do you say the word sabotage?
How do you say that? How do you say participation clip?
That's a good question. Participation. Sometimes it takes a while.
Yeah, sometimes it does. But I mean, they're letting the guy start in a preseason game, and they're like, oh, he hasn't practiced with the ones. Well, guess who's going to be playing the majority of the preseason game? The 2s and the 3s. So I think he'll be just fine. Calm down.
Who started this story? Where did you first see this?
ESPN of all freaking places. Stephen A. Smith is talking about it.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's not.
Louis Riddick, a well-respected member of the media. I like Louis Riddick.
I like Louis Riddick.
He's saying it.
Ooh.
Which makes me start to question everything Louis Riddick has ever said. Former Raider, so I still love him.
I like him as well. Joel says, take a breath clip. Thank you. You take the breath right out of me.
I'll give Chandler's pick. And
Jackson, you're like a guy that could be in a early 2000s new metal kind of alternative band. Do you have a music background?
I mean, not really, besides from the whole musical theater stuff.
It's the tattoos and the chin hair.
The chin hair.
That puts
backwards
it over the top.
hat.
Also, let me commend Jackson on the wardrobe every day. I commented about an old shirt. You had an old logo, then you had a throwback shirt. Today, you're rocking, is that a legit ECU basketball jersey?
It is a legit ECU basketball jersey back when we were sponsored by Nike.
All right.
Ton of respect.
Good look. Anything else, Bone?
Chandler's pick is the Ravens money line against the Colts tonight at home in preseason action, plus 235. We'll hear more about the Ravens and their preseason plans and everything going on offseason and what is expected through this regular season coming up later in this hour from Cordell Woodland, host of The Fresh Take on 105.7 The Fan in Baltimore.
Joel says he loves the empty seat on the screen. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a feng shui.
Yeah, I don't think he knows how to get rid of it, but either way.
It's like, hey, what if somebody comes in and sits down?
Yeah.
Now we'll see. What if a ghost pops up in that chair? I like it, Jackson. I think it's a good producer's touch. Like everybody has their own style.
Well, I'm impressed because he got the records on his own. I didn't touch that today.
Look, you keep doing what
I'm not going to lie. I actually was going to add what y'all's dogs of the day were, and then I got lost in the middle of y'all explaining.
You got lost in the sauce.
I don't even do that good of a job, so it's all good.
Yeah, you don't want to do too well because then we'll start asking you to do more. So you got.
Is that a bad thing? I feel like that's a good thing for an intern that's trying to make a difference here. So.
You can come do my work for a day or two.
Jackson was trying to help me set up last night. I was like, dude, go sit down at your table.
Yeah, no, have a beer.
Enjoy your meal.
Eat your chicken wings.
Yeah.
They're $1.25 on Wednesdays.
But no, we appreciate you. Yeah. Appreciate you. Jamie says we should put the Annabelle doll in the chair.
Yeah.
No, put Mrs. Soar in the chair. Just tape down Mrs. Soar in the chair.
Hey, we're not taping down Mrs. Soar. We're going to treat her with respect, okay?
Hold on. Let's see if it shows up.
Chad is asking, is it too late to Bang Bang Chat Gang? No, it's not too late. It's never too late. Bang Bang! As some band said. All right.
Your pick.
By the way, I was going to take the Ravens until I found out Chandler had them, just because John Harbaugh and the Ravens have an impeccable record in the preseason that was finally ruined by the Washington Commanders.
Yep.
So shout out my team. But instead, I'm going to the track. And I've heard you and Max say this. There's a difference between a street course and a road course.
Yeah.
Are those the wordings?
Yeah, well, I mean, street course is like what they did in Chicago, where they just block off, a couple blocks in downtown Chicago and race on the actual streets.
But how about like a roval, like what Charlotte does?
Well, that's the dumbest thing in the world. The roval is just like, hey, let's put a road course in the infield, and then we'll still run part of the oval.
Yeah. So my pick is going to be this weekend the favorite in the race, but he's plus
150.
Plus 150. Shane Van Gisbergen.
Van Gisbergen.
Shane Van Gisbergen is my pick to win Watkins Glen on Sunday.
Go bowling at the Glen.
Jarrett, your thoughts as I kind of dive into your world with NASCAR.
He's looking for his fourth consecutive road course win. And
hey, he's due for a loss, but why not ride the hot hand?
Yeah, nobody better than Shane Van Gisbergen when you're talking road courses in this modern day, this season. So I like the pick, but I don't know. I don't normally bet a favorite for a NASCAR race.
Yeah, and I mean I do it here just because it's a dog and trying to add to my record. And I have bet on everything I say I will bet on.
Yeah,
with real money. Now, not a ton, but a unit, if you will. So I will be backing him coming up on Sunday. Those are the dog of the day picks. Jared will get those out.
Yeah,
on a nice
graphic.
All right. And when we return, we will talk to the former ECU catcher, Ryan McCrystal. I had a great chat with Rhino earlier today, and we'll play it for you when we return after this.
Sport. Buy, sell, trade. Great deals never felt so good. So good, so good, so good. I saved a bunch of cash. Buy, sell, trade. Using my gear like I never knew I could. Play It Again Sports. Buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
Stella Artois is a world-renowned Belgian beer with over 650 years of brewing heritage. Stella's rich, full flavor, and smooth finish is perfect for making moments worth more. Stella's non-alcohol option, Stella 0.0, offers the same iconic taste without the alcohol, ideal for those looking to enjoy Stella anytime. Stella, whether celebrating big or small, Stella is the perfect choice for elevating the everyday. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Wings Over Greenville just spiced things up with the all-new chili lime flavor. It's a burst of lime with a kick of heat. Download the Wings Over app, enjoy the Frequent Flyer Club, earn points, unlock exclusive deals, and redeem for free food. Save your go-to orders, order ahead, and skip the line. First-time app user, get free tenders just for signing up. And when you order delivery through the app, you skip the middleman. No extra fees from third-party apps like Uber Eats or DoorDash. And don't forget, use the promo code PIRATE25 for 10% off your meal. So fly smart. Download the Wings Over app today or order now at wingsover.com. Wings Over, they deliver.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
Get ready, Pirate Nation. This is Victor Ihuka, ambassador for the Greenville Museum of Art.
And Elena Corsini, president of the board of the Greenville Museum of Art. Get in the game for style. Join us at the Greenville Museum of Art on Thursday, September 11th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. for Fashion on Display.
See a dynamic runway show. Enjoy appetizers, an open bar, and pop-up shopping.
For tickets, go to gmoa.org.
Set sail for style, pirates.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs, like passing that drug test. Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and, well, light one up. You've earned it. And whether you've had one of those weeks, or maybe your mother-in-law's in town and you're one passive-aggressive comment away from needing a vacation, if this sounds like you, then come visit our team here at the Holistic Company to help you find the perfect products to ease your stress and promote relaxation. Order our products online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
It's time to shack things up at Burrito Shack. Whether you're craving bold burritos, tasty tacos, or crispy nachos, they got the flavor you're looking for. Made from scratch, chef-inspired, fresh Mex cuisine, served up with a side of laid-back beach vibes. Fast, fresh, and totally delicious, Burrito Shack is where flavor meets the coast. Located in the Lowe's Food Shopping Center in Winterville. Quick, crafted, coastal. Burrito Shack.
Pirate Radio, where it's always a great day to be a pirate.
I think it's gonna be a great day.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of Greenville Auto World and Greenville Motor Company and is fully stocked with an inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 48 years. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, got our dogs of the day in. Presented by the Doghouse Tavern in Ayden. Doghouse Tavern, dog of the day, located on 2nd Street in Ayden. The Doghouse Tavern, veteran-owned pub. Every visit feels like it's coming home. You can enjoy the live music, karaoke, pool, darts, cocktails, coldest beer in town, all in a relaxed and friendly atmosphere. Check out the Doghouse Tavern in Ayden, located on 2nd Street in A-Town.
A dog.
All right, Shirley, let's hit, I got a couple interviews to hit this hour. Let's start with our old friend Ryan McCrystal, former ECU catcher, now with the Dayton Dragons in High A, and I had a chance to check in with him earlier today. Here it is.
Join us today on Pirate Radio Live, former ECU catcher, now
playing minor league baseball, currently with the Dayton Dragons. He is Ryan McCrystal. Ryan, good to catch up with you. How you doing, man?
Doing really well. Good to be back. I feel like it's been a while.
Yes, sir. Great to talk with you. It looks like the numbers individually for you are going pretty well. How's minor league baseball treating you these days?
It's going really well. It's just such a long season. Like the thoughts that I had before the season that you'd just be able to make adjustments like throughout the day, like throughout every day. It's like crazy. You know what I mean? Like you can't let each day affect the next one because we're on game 110 or something like that, and it is crazy. I was running the second yesterday when I hit a double, and I felt like my legs were still behind me, if that makes any sense. So it's just making as many adjustments as you can, as well as just preparing your head to play 130 games. But it's going really, really well. I've made some like slight adjustments here and there, but not trying to really change anything when it comes to the everyday. And I think that's the reason that I'm having a pretty decent year.
A lot of folks seem to not care about batting average as much as other stats. I still look at that stat maybe first, but maybe I'm just an old man. But hitting 300 in high A sounds pretty damn good to me. But what other things do you look at as far as offensive productivity? Again, you're just day-to-day in the grind, but do you look at numbers at all and say, hey, I need to get that up, or hey, that's looking pretty good?
So one thing I've done is I've started just looking at my numbers like once or twice a week, like twice max, because obviously they're on the scoreboard every night. Like you see them when you play, but I think the more that you look into them, the more that you start trying to reach for things that are unnecessary. And I think it's hard to play for numbers, but I think that when you're consistent, those numbers are going to show the work that you put in. I think it's kind of something I had to do after I was hitting 180 after April. I was like, well, don't really want to look at the scoreboard in the first place because it says 180 on it. And so I was like, I just got to kind of try to avoid the massive scoreboard in left center. And I think the more that I did that, the more that I realized, like, it really doesn't matter what that says, because there was a month where I hit the ball over 100, like 10 times, and I didn't get a single hit. And then there was another month where I got a lot of hits when I wasn't hitting the ball as hard as I was the previous month. And it's just the way baseball is, you know. It's like you see someone line out, you're like, well, now they're going to get jammed and get a hit at some point. But like what you said about batting average is, like, I think it shows consistency for sure over a long period of time. Like, I think for me, like, I think I'm coming into my power a little bit. I think I'm still learning how to do it. I think it's more so about getting into better counts and swinging at better pitches than it is about having that power. And so I think that I'm glad my batting average is what it is right now. A, swinging at some of the pitches that I've swung at, and B, knowing there's a lot more in the tank when it comes to the power side of things. So I think that it's impossible for batting average to ever lose value. I think that people that act like it doesn't matter are just saying that because batting average is consistently getting lower over the last few years. But obviously power is important and everything's important like that. But I think that people that can hit will be in the lineup when it comes to just about any team.
Yeah, and it's like this for every position. If you struggle defensively, you better be pretty dang elite at hitting, but they're going to count on your defense as well. But I think catcher is even unique to everywhere else when it comes to that, because you're responsible for the pitching and depending on the level, calling a game and all that, the communication. So how about that part of it, Ryan? How's the catching, defensive catching going for you?
That's probably been the most fun part of the year for me. Like I was playing behind, I think it's like our number 2 prospect or something like that. It was Alfredo Duno, and he's a great dude. He's so young, and it was like he's going to play behind the plate a lot more than I was to start the year, and I knew that going into it. So I think that also helped the day-to-day become more important, because if I worry about catching once every 4 days, then that's something that I can't control. So there's no reason to worry about that. And then started to catch a little bit more, and I started to catch really well. And it's one of those where I'm catching off a knee now. I'm trying to figure out like just how to do the whole defensive, be a good defensive catcher. And one thing I'm able to hold on to is that I've always been able to call a good game. I've always kind of had an understanding of, you know, pitch calling, like what certain pitchers do, like how to make certain pitchers click when they need to click, and what's going on when they're struggling. And it's kind of been something I've started doing when I got to Dayton, is I'm catching 4 times a week now probably. So I feel like I'm in control of our pitching staff, which is the most fun thing in the world to me, is like being able to know that what what a certain guy needs and knowing that another guy needs something completely different. And then defensively, just receiving and blocking and everything. Like, blocking is something that Coach Godwin helped me out with a ton, because we did plenty of blocking out in front of the plate before practice where J-Dub and I were just trying to get through it because we were taking balls off the neck, but we were like, I swear we're going to get better from this one of these days. But I think that the big difference here is that guys have a lot more control of their stuff and everything, and you can actually work on catching the ball a lot better. And so I've gotten a lot better at that. And then I think I've always been able to throw. So I think that just putting it all together and then running a pitching staff, I think that if guys want to throw you, it makes it a lot easier to get better at defense.
Ryan McCrystal joining us. Ryan, I've always enjoyed your personality. You got a great sense of humor and seem like a guy that could go in any room and like talk to somebody about something, who knows what. So, but you seem very comfortable talking to you today, like just the lifestyle as a whole. Like, are you kind of comfortable with where your life is now? Because it's not the most normal life, right? All the travel and everything you do. So how are you doing with that part of it, just everyday life?
Yeah, I love it. I think it's so unique, and I think one thing that helps me a ton in it is I think my faith is something that I can take with me everywhere, and I think that the idea of representing God and my family every single day, every single place that I show up, it's a unique opportunity, and I'm beyond blessed to be able to do it. You know, I think that over the last year and a half, 2 years, I think I've grown so much in my faith, and I think I've begun to understand like what's really important, and so it makes everything else that isn't important, it makes it a lot easier to deal with, and it makes it more fun to deal with, because in reality, like, I'm always representing my family, I'm always representing God, I'm always trying to be the best version of myself, and it doesn't matter if that's in a little conversation with an away clubby or if it's with my family at lunch. You know, I'm going to try and be the exact same person, and I've learned how to do that a lot better. I think it's something I struggled with at school. My first couple of years was trying to please people that, sure, you always want to make people happy, you know, but I think that at the end of the day, if they're not happy with who you are, I think that that's more on them than it is you. So I think that it's kind of something I've learned a lot from my fiance too, is that like what matters really is like who you are every single day, like knowing who you're going to get, knowing just that obviously that you're enough, but that my personality, like, it can be a lot sometimes, but like if people know what they're getting, like they should enjoy it for the most part. And if they don't, like, I can pick up on that and kind of reel it back, you know. But it's something that Willie Harris, my coach in Daytona, when he called me up, one of the things that he mentioned was that my personality is something that has stood out to everybody, and that while I may say some dumb stuff in the dugout sometimes, everyone loves it, and that at the same time I say a lot of good stuff. So he said that it's very unique, and it's something that I need to make sure I take with me the rest of the way. And I think it's just something really special. I think the people around me that I have now too are really, really helping me. So the lifestyle is great right now. So
that's awesome, man. Great perspective too. And yeah, we've heard you say some dumb stuff, but like you said, it's always awesome when you do. So we appreciate it here at Pirate Radio. Funny of it. You said you were telling me before we got going, you got some family in town, which look, one of the cool things, Ryan, about following you and the team at ECU was your super fan brother and your family. Like it just becomes part of the team deal, and you don't have that day to day, I assume now. But how nice is it to get family around you every now and then?
Yeah, it's awesome. I got to see my mom the other day, and it was really cool. In the Florida League, there's not that many fans at games. It's like at the spring training sites, except for ours in Daytona. And so there's really not that many fans there. It's hot as crap in the summer. It's just kind of miserable at times in the middle of the sun. And so there's not that many fans. But like seeing my mom, grandpa, fiance at a game the other day with like 7,000 people there, it just kind of reminded me of playing at school and playing in front of crowds that really care. And I think it was really, really, really unique and cool. And obviously you want to see them as much as you can. Brandon really hasn't been able to come out that much, which kind of stinks, but he's so worried about the people that he works with at his nursing home that he doesn't really want to leave for too long because he's worried the yogurt's going to expire in the fridge, he says. But
priorities,
I guess it's one of his things, and you got to deal with it. But he watches me every night, and he texts me all the time, and he got to watch my dog the other day when I got called up, and so he sent me a picture of him just sitting on his Boston Red Sox blanket because he refuses to switch over to being a Reds fan. But it's awesome, and there's so much support that it's unbelievable, just from people all over the place being able to watch everything. So pretty good.
Ryan, I don't know if we've talked to you since the end of the season. Maybe we have, but how about ECU, going through the doldrums for most of the year and then kind of flipping the switch in Florida and then going on to a regional, playing very well, beating Florida twice. You had the coach from Florida, Kevin O'Sullivan, going crazy on everybody. You had that story. It was a weird year for ECU baseball, but again, they ended up in a regional final, and it comes out another solid year, another championship for Cliff Godwin's Pirates. I know, you're playing your own game and everything, but I know you were following along.
Yeah, I mean, in reality, I don't think anyone's ever been in the program ever doubts that it's always going to turn into a championship season. I don't think anyone's ever watched us play and been like, man, just don't have it this year. I think we're struggling a little bit, but at some point we're going to figure it out. And I think that's kind of what I was thinking all year was, when are we going to figure it out? Because I know it's going to happen, and at the end of the day, Coach Godwin's always going to get his guys to play the best when they need to play the best, and so I think that going into Florida, them knowing they only had one chance to get into a regional, it was like, all right, well, we're going to win it. I just wonder if we're going to sweep it or if we're going to do it and losing one and then winning it, but I think it was really, really cool to see. I think it shows just how amazing that program is when it comes to being resilient and just like knowing who we are as a program, not trying to be anyone else. So I think it just shows a lot of like how our program goes about things every day.
Ryan McCrystal joining us. His Philadelphia Eagles play tonight in preseason action. It's just preseason, Ryan. How much are you going to watch your world champion team this preseason before they get to the real thing?
Well, I probably won't get to watch it much because I'll probably be playing, but I'll probably follow it pretty closely. I got a bunch of teammates here that went to like Texas A&M and everything, and they're huge football fans, like bigger football fans than I am. So they're keeping me in the loop because they won't shut up about fantasy football. So I'm definitely going to keep up with it a little more this year than I think I have in the past.
All right. Well, hope your Birds. Look, Commanders are coming for him. If we can just sign Terry McLaurin, I would feel a lot better heading into.
They were coming for him last year too, right?
Well, and they showed up at the game for a half. Ryan's such a jerk, man. The Commanders scored like late in the game to cut it to 40, and he sent me a text. He's like, "There's still time left." I had to laugh. Like I appreciate stuff like that. Because hopefully I can send it back to you one day, but we'll see.
Yeah, and I'll wear it.
Ryan, great to catch up with you, man. Seems like you're in great spirits and certainly are going about all this baseball and life the right way. So we miss you, man, but it's great to catch up with you. We'll do it again down the road, buddy.
Awesome. Can't wait.
All right, great Pirate there, Ryan McCrystal. Great dude. Always enjoy catching up with Rhino. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Cordell Woodland's a lengthy interview. We'll move that to hour 3, but we will hear from Greg Hudson when we return. Coach Hud. Talk some Pirate football with him. We got more to go. Pirate Radio on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Join Pirate Radio for the annual Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, Thursday, September 4th, for a night of music, friends, and fun. Come meet the Pirate Radio crew and dance the night away with the main event band. Tickets are only $10, and all proceeds will go to the Jeff Charles Scholarship and the Heather Ann Pertee Scholarship. Grab all your friends and party like a pirate on September 4th. For more information or to get tickets, go to pr927fm.com. Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
We're just glad to be here alive and kicking butt on Pirate Radio. Let's go.
Make things happen this year with the new John Deere. In just one visit to Quality Equipment, you'll find the right lawnmower, compact tractor, or Gator UTV that will save you time and money on your next project. Keep things running all season long with the help of our experienced parts and service team. Your new Deere isn't far away. Find current offers and budget-friendly packages at your local Quality Equipment with 36 locations across North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit QualityEquip.com to get started. That's QualityEquip.com.
This is Dr. Christopher McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's time for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experience and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
In Pitt County, everyone's a college student. At every age, at every stage of life, from every part of the county. Their parents and police officers, their nurses who work nights, their hairstylists and handymen. They come from every walk of life, and they're all getting ahead without taking on loads of debt. Continuing education at Pitt Community College, where everyone's a college student.
Looking for something better than bottled water? Reach for Chili Water. Pure, ice-cold refreshment straight from the Black Creek Aquifer right here in Eastern North Carolina. No plastic bottles, just clean, crisp water in ocean-friendly cans because you deserve better. Made by Carolina Ice Company, 3 generations deep, and named for a local legend who loved fishing, music, and the great outdoors. And now, Chili Water is shipping 12-packs straight to your door. Every can helps protect the water we all love. Chili Water. The good water in your hand.
Big news from the Rick House. The Rick House has a brand new menu that you're absolutely going to love. New on the menu are creamy garlic parm chicken pasta, crab cakes, and our new porterhouse, half filet, half strip, tender and juicy, and grilled to perfection. The Rick House is the area's bourbon authority, featuring Willet, Jefferson Tropics, and the Frank Sinatra Select by Jack Daniels. The new menu features new, lower prices and $4 drafts all summer long. The Rick House, Red Bank Road in Greenville.
Phelps Chevrolet is the dealer to see for a car or a truck or an SUV. The best service and quality. That's the Phelps guarantee. Phelps Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
This is retired ECU baseball player Charlie Yorgan, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Michaels and Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. Their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Visit them at 2330 Hemby Lane in Greenville or give them a call at 752-1600. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Cliff.
Caught up with the Hutter earlier today, as he's a tough man to catch up to, but we were able to hit on some ECU football past and present and hit a number of topics. Here is my chat with former ECU defensive coordinator Greg Hudson.
All right, let's welcome on to Pirate Radio Live former ECU defensive coordinator Greg Hudson. I'm already cheesing talking to him due to his antics before we went on the air. Hud, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, buddy. It's good to talk to you, man.
Where in the world are you?
I'm back in Indiana again, but it's about to go crazy with P26 and some other things, and the protein, and with the award. Let's see, on the docket next week. I don't know if I'll make it because of the I'd actually drive because it's crazy. But Penn State, and then Michigan, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Illinois will be 5 schools next week.
A couple of things on the Joe Moore Award. So Phil Steele magazine has a page about it, which is awesome. And
yeah.
And I texted you, HUD, kind of out of the blue, kind of a funky idea, but I think it makes sense. In the college football video game, which came back last year, there's another new edition of it. They give out some generic awards, but they have others in there. And I texted you the list, and I don't know off the top of my head, but like Bolitnikoff and Doak Walker and stuff like that. I said, hey, you ever thought of checking in with EA and trying to get the Joe Moore Award in the game?
Yeah, they've done that a few years ago, and they've waited until, it's got its traction now. And I was meeting with Aaron Taylor just the other day, obviously the creator of the award, and he said it's really official that as far as media following, presence in the media, social presence, it is number 2 in popularity behind the Heisman Trophy.
That's awesome.
So it's really gained some action, especially through the spring and even this summer with going around and talking. And we'll do be cool. I'll shoot you some of the content. Maybe you guys could use it when we meet with the players and meet with the coaches and stuff like that. It'll be pretty neat.
Awesome stuff. Greg Hudson joining us as we continue to get closer to the start of football season. East Carolina has been through a week of fall camp, got a scrimmage coming up this Saturday. We heard from Josh Aldridge earlier this week, Coach, and he says he likes the guy's violence. He likes the hitting and stuff like that. How much hitting did you like to do in fall camp? Still a ways to go before kickoff, but how much did you like the contact portion here at this point?
A lot. Yeah, I think, you gotta set your pads, and you gotta, you can run up those ramps at the stadium all you want and do gassers and flip tires and do all that stuff until you start banging into other humans at a high rate of speed. Your body's just not going to adjust to it. I like the idea of the way things have developed from a structure, even in high school with being a guest coach over at my son's high school, Hamilton Southeast. Man, did I get in those kids. Boy, you'd have been proud of me. And they were begging for mercy. And but, just the overall presence and awareness of the padded helmets, the emphasis is, again, back on the mouthpiece being in, the techniques using and tackling, the way that the drills are done. You're not lining up 500 yards apart and going directly head on into each other like rams. There is such an awareness. It's even better at the high school level of staying up off the ground and being able to play fast. But, they teach, there's even some new bags in tackling that I hadn't seen this one. It's 4 bags into one, and it always lands upright. And you got 4 lines, and these guys are just rapid fire working on head placement and getting their arms around and tackling low through the hip, which avoids the head-to-head contact. And a lot of tackling now is done. You used to have to say, get your head across the bow, get your head across in front. The head's behind mostly now in tackling, a lot of the rugby tackling stuff. So I think you can bang shoulders and limbs and run into each other if you're doing it right a lot. And you get an edge to yourself as a player. I think the running backs got to get banged on.
Yeah.
The running back's got to get hit. You cannot just throw a guy out there and think he's going to hold on to the football. It's just not normal. And, they run through that gauntlet all the time, which is not easy. That's a leg strainer, and it sort of hurts your forearms. But, getting hit and driven to the ground and bouncing back up, it's just a complete occupational hazard of the game. And the alternative, I guess, would be just golf more,
HUD, I was going to get to that, man. I always thought about, all right, you need to hit preseason and in practice to help your tacklers, obviously. I didn't think about it from the offensive player's perspective until Holton Ahlers brought up, because we were ragging on him a little bit, season opener, Mike Houston's first ever game. at ECU. At NC State, Pirates drive all the way down the field, get it inside the 10, and Holton Ahlers fumbles. And he said that's the first time he had been touched in months because you can't touch the quarterback, all that. And he said from that point on, the ball security was a premium. And also he made sure to do some drills with guys going after it preseason. And then running back Rajay Harris said he loved getting hit preseason because he knew he was going to feel it in the real game. So not only does it help the defense, HUD, you touched on it, man, it helps your offensive guys, running backs specifically.
Yeah, Coach Holtz and his father had a good rule. They said if you do something stupid and you hurt a guy, you are going to be out as long as that person's out. So
that's a good policy. That's an eye for an eye.
Yeah, and literally, if you hurt the quarterback, I know in the NFL you're done, but there'll be a lot of lashings going on. So it's important. I think besides ball security, and it helps ball security, the amount of contact you do in preparation, and then during the week, you have to be a mad scientist a little bit and gauge how your players are feeling and who you're going to play, and watch how the games are going. And I still think during the week, even if it's only like 8 plays in one drill and maybe only 4 plays in this drill, it's got to be full speed. It's got to be live, and that way they set their pads during the week and they're ready to go on Saturday.
Greg Hudson joining us. Thought about you yesterday, HUD. The Commanders and Patriots about to get a preseason game played this weekend, but they're doing the joint practice, which, of course, leads to a little skirmish, as always. Mike Vrabel, hell of a football coach, not as smart as Greg Hudson. He gets in the mix and comes out bloodied. So, yep.
Yeah, I refer to that as dumb, stupid football. And, that's so preventable, man. Just stand there, let them. They're just hitting each other, and they got pads on. It's so stupid.
You were in the college game, so you guys didn't have the inter squad scrimmage stuff, but you just saw kind of fights within teammates or whatever.
Yeah.
Not really fights, but you know what I'm saying. But you don't want it, obviously. But if you go through a whole like fall camp without one or two.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, hey, do we even have a fight on our team? Let's go. You kind of like to see a little bit, right?
Yeah, I think you got to have that edge also. There's a difference between being a prick and being a dick. You know what I mean? There's
explain that.
You got to have an edge to you. You got to be. I use the line, you got to be just southeast of disorder. When you're playing some ball, you've got to have at least one screw loose, and push the envelope without stupidity. And the players know, but they let emotion override their judgment sometimes, and it gets crazy. But again, another Skip and Lou Holtzing. I watched guys get in fight one time, and they just stop practice and pull everybody together and pull the team in. And Coach Holtz asked one time, he looked at him and he started asking them questions why they didn't like each other. And then nobody would answer. And then we just stood there until they started answering. And they just felt so stupid.
That's stupid, but it's also communication can kind of fix everything or a lot of things.
It was a Jedi mind trick.
That's great. Yeah.
It was like, hey, Clip, why don't you like Greg Hudson here? What do you dislike about him that makes you want to fight him? Go ahead, answer me.
He curses a lot.
And then there's silence. It was hilarious.
Oh, we got a new segment on the show now, thanks to Coach HUD. Prick or Dick? We'll do that. All right, moving on from that quickly. HUD, you've been at it from both sides. You've been at the mighty Notre Dame. You've been at Florida State playing a directional Florida school. You've been at ECU playing the states and Virginia Techs and Carolinas. Everybody likes that underdog mentality that they look down on us. So how much did you enjoy that being at East Carolina playing on, Pirates open up with NC State? How much did you like that role?
I loved it. I always loved it. I was in that role at Minnesota.
Yeah, true.
I've been at some schools where you just can't, have your lapel and throw it out on the field and you're going to win the game.
Yeah.
And you got to put it in the correct perspective. I know how those coaches at NC State feel. You don't hear anybody. Now, the head coach will say something, to be sarcastic, to churn the butter a little bit and stuff like that. That's all sound bites. But I know this: playing East Carolina, assistant coaches aren't happy at NC State.
Yeah.
They don't want that game. I know that for a fact. But for us, we knew that as coaches, so we had to prepare. Like, okay, man, these guys are a little tight. They're going to be careful. They're not going to try not to make any mistakes. They want to they want to run out of the field and get back on the bus as fast as they can. If they can run the football and throw intermediate and short passes and keep the clock running and get the hell out of here, that's their number one goal. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about anything right now. And just get the W and get the hell out of here. So, you had to take that into account, but really then you use it for your team to crank them up when you find out it's guaranteed. Somebody up in Raleigh on the roster is going to say something stupid. It's going to happen.
Okay.
And you got to tell your kids, if you say something stupid, you're not playing.
Well, so far so good on that, man. They are towing the company line. ECU is right now, so we'll see if that continues. But
yeah, you got to start. I mean, right now there is, as far as you're thinking and to the public, there is no way possible that East Carolina can beat NC State in the opener. That's your mindset, and then you got to. Then all of a sudden you keep working that team, and then by Wednesday and Thursday before you play them, the mindset is you hope the kids are thinking, there's no way possible that we can lose to this team.
Yeah, right.
That's the approach you got to take.
Pretty obvious question here, but I'll spin it this way. Would you rather have a FCS opponent to open up, go ahead and get you a W and feel good coming out of week one, or will this motivate you this game against an in-state rival to have your best fall camp ever? You know what I'm saying? So how would you like to have it if you were a coach?
Well, as a player, it was, I got, that cut pretty early. In high school, we were usually playing a defending state champion from another state. And then as a college player, we had to either go to Ann Arbor or Bo Schembechler was bringing the bus to South Bend. So
right.
You take that for 10 years, 9 years, and you're pretty much used to it. I didn't like the pregame mentality. Like it's a preseason game.
Right. Yeah.
I would like to play somebody that I believed we could legitimately win the game. The feeling of, oh my God, it's going to take a miracle to win this game. But I've been in a game against Wisconsin with Ron Dane. We were a 31.5-point underdog at Cincinnati, and we beat them in the opener. I mean, that was unbelievable. But then again, we always opened up. I think when Coach Holland changed the schedule, not only did the changing of the schedule make the competition increase, I think it shifted the importance and the mindset of what we needed to be as a program. Because we know September was going to be hell. And
y'all had some good but not insurmountable openers. You had Virginia Tech a couple of times, Duke, I think. Yeah, maybe Navy.
That one was that Navy will make you want to quit. Back before the rules changed a little bit. Yeah, that was the only one that I dreaded because we had to work on that.
Those were challenging openers though, and winnable challenging openers.
Yeah, we felt good about. We looked at our roster too. I mean, I enjoyed watching our guys walk out of the locker room.
Yeah,
I knew we were not going to lose the get off the bus competition. The look test. We had some serious good football players. We had some guys that looked damn good in a uniform. And Big Luke, we'd send him over to do flex in front of the opponent every now and then when he was 6'6", 325 and ripped to shreds. Luke Danos.
Yeah, okay. I hadn't thought of that name in a while.
Oh, Mike Gold used to have him go over and do leg kicks. And he was putting his foot up above his head doing leg kicks right down their sideline. It was the funniest stuff ever.
The awesome. Mind tricks never ended with that squad.
We would try anything. We would do anything, and because we could, we were at East Carolina. We could just let it fly and take our shot. Don't be stupid. But we wanted to make sure, hey, we were going to enjoy this. I even told the kids when it was time to pop off. You know, hey, they weren't saying nothing until I'd give them the green light. All right, be a little crappy now out there.
Yeah. I bet they enjoyed that. But I'm up against it, man. So we'll let you go. I guess our history lesson for today you've given me, so I'll give it to our listeners.
Sure.
Look up Mudcat Grant, the two-time All-Star. Never heard of him, but that's HUD's alter ego today, his name. So.
I always wanted to be a pitcher.
How about that? First black pitcher to win a World Series game for the American League.
I just give you all kinds of data, man.
I appreciate it. You're helping me grow.
I'm doing my research, unlike Rain Man. He's probably taking a nap right now.
He got called out from behind the camera over there. Hunter,
flick him in his head.
Enjoyed it, man. Let's do it again next week.
Anytime, man. You can always pinch hit with me if you need me anytime.
See you, buddy.
All right. See you guys. Be nice.
Had to get the Be Nice in. Greg Hudson joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a break, come back. Hour 3, couple more interviews to get to, plus our Fleet Feet rundown. Got Cordell Woodland to talk about Keaton Mitchell and the Ravens, and Jeff Nadu will get his thoughts on the Pirates and break down the Big 12. A lot more to go. Pirate Radio Live, back with you after this.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no-obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting pirates.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy. And that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr!
The crack of the bat. The roar of the crowd. Baseball is back in Kinston. Come cheer on your Down East Bird Dogs.
What's the Down East Bird Dogs pay?
The crack of the bat. The roar of the crowd. Baseball is back in Kinston. Come cheer on your Down East Bird Dogs.
What's the Down East Bird Dogs pay?
Ahoy, Pirate Nation! Summer's heating up, and so are we. Soak up your style when you shop at UBE, your one-stop shop for all things ECU. Whether you're hitting the beach, boating on the water, or getting ready for football season, do it in pirate style. Now this is the perfect time to shop at UBE's wide selection of hats, yetis, apparel, and new purple and gold shabumis. Swing on by UBE or shop at pirateware.com, where the largest selection of pirate gear is available 24 hours a day. Thank you for shopping UBE this summer, and go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, warm weather is here and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Russell's is a full-service clothing store for both men and women. Family-owned and operated in historic downtown Washington for 41 years. This is Rhonda from Russell's, and we visit the country's largest markets to bring you quality clothing at affordable prices. From the finest in men's suits, sports coats, and accessories to fashionable dresses, tops, and jewelry for the women. Our attention to every detail means personal service and in-house alterations. Give Russell's a try. You, our pirate friends and customers at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Go Pirate!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. The purpose of the Atlantic Wireless Store experience is to inform, illuminate, and inspire. Find the location near you at AtlanticWireless.com. Atlantic Wireless, we go beyond the call. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Man, people are fired up for the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show. Ran into an older couple at UB earlier this week. Said, Clip, when's the fifth quarter coming? Said, it's coming soon, man. Last night at OT's, a couple of 20-somethings were talking about their favorite fifth quarter moments and how they're excited for it to return. Asked if Holden would be back. Yep, him and Caden are on board. So ready for another year, recapping all the East Carolina football games on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show and taking your calls on the Turner Home Team live line. All right, Jarrett had an interview earlier this week. What's the outlook on Keaton Mitchell with the Ravens this year? We found that out, right?
Yeah, had the injury to the leg, ACL, PCL, LCL, hamstring, late in the 2023 season. Came back a little bit last year. Cordell talked about how Keaton wasn't really himself, and it looks like he is back to the speedster we saw here in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Cordell will talk about that and much more in this interview.
All right, joining us today, Pirate Radio Live, host of the Fresh Take on 105.7 The Fan in Baltimore, covering the Orioles and the Ravens. It's Cordell Woodland. Cordell, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. I know you're a busy man. Everybody's busy now that it's football season. You're covering the Ravens. I'm covering ECU football. So, thanks for making the time to come on the show.
Yeah, for sure, man. Always good to talk some football. And like you said, it's that time of year. Ravens' first preseason game Thursday night. So football is here at this point.
And we'll go ahead and jump right into it. Former Pirate playing here in Greenville, Keaton Mitchell on the Ravens. I'm assuming he'll see the field Thursday night with the Ravens. Who the Ravens got? The Eagles? Is that right?
They play the Colts.
The Colts, that's right. The Eagles play, I think, the Bengals. But Ravens-Colts have had joint practice yesterday. Did they do that again today?
No, they eliminated the 2-day joint practices. I think they found that a lot of fights happen on day 2. You get a lot of cheap shots, a lot of, people trying to get their lick back from day 1. So they do the one practice now and then let the game essentially be the second one.
Yeah, and I saw your recap the other day of the joint practice. Nate Wiggins was sitting inside, and then who on the Colts was sitting inside?
I believe it was Tyler Goodson. He was the one that was initially a part of the fight. He and Keon Martin from the Ravens. Nate got sent in because he came all the way from the sidelines and jumped in the fight, and that sparked a whole brawl. So I only saw Nate go in, but John told us at the end that both guys were sent inside by the refs.
Yeah, it's nothing unusual. It just seems like every joint practice you see, read about, or whatever, there's always a fight going on. I'm a Raiders fan, so obviously there's a bench clearing brawl seems about just every time. But we'll get right into it with Keaton Mitchell. Been a long road to recovery. I read an article today. He described it as career-ending. Everybody thinks it was just the ACL. It was the ACL, PCL, LCL, hamstring. Just how has his recovery been over the last year?
Yeah, I think it took some time. He was able to come back last year as the season had already gotten underway, maybe in the midpoint to late last season, and he struggled to be able to be a consistent piece of the offense, and that's not hard to understand. I mean, they added Derrick Henry. They had Justice Hill, who was great for them last year on third downs as a pass blocker and even as a receiver out of the backfield. And so it made it tough to kind of get Keaton involved. Now, he did jump Rasheen Ali last year, who was a rookie for the Ravens. And as soon as Keaton got healthy, he ate into the limited amount of reps that Rasheen Ali was getting. So that was a good sign. But all in all, I think Keaton would be the first one to tell you he wasn't himself last year. He didn't. He said, I remember talking to him last year, and at one point he felt like his speed was back, but talking to some of the coaches and even talking to Keaton again this summer, he felt like, looking at where he is now, he wasn't maybe as good as he thought he was last year after he came back from the injury. So right now, watching him in camp, man, to be honest with you, it looks like that speed is there. That's the thing that jumps off the screen with Keaton Mitchell. He has that home run ability. I don't know how much playing time he'll be able to carve out offensively. He is competing for the kickoff returner role, and he's really hoping to get that. But I can tell you just from watching him out there, the Keaton that I remember watching in his rookie year that could hit the corner, that could beat you out of your angles, that could kind of turn in some 60-yard runs. I see that guy there. It's just a matter of will he get those opportunities.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of that home run power here in Greenville in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. You talked about it's going to be hard for him to get on the field there with Derrick Henry and Justice Hill. Is his spot guaranteed on this roster, or does he have to show a lot here in the preseason?
Nah, I think his spot is all but guaranteed. Rasheen Ali, who's having a really good camp himself, not as good as Keaton in my opinion, but he's having a better year this year. He's a guy that was drafted by the Ravens last year. So the Ravens do like to invest that time into their draft picks. But I don't see Rasheen Ali being the third running back on this depth chart over Keaton. I think they'd like to get Rasheen Ali and maybe stash him on the practice squad or something like that. But I don't really see a scenario where Keaton Mitchell isn't on this roster, even if he doesn't get the kick returner role. And maybe that makes it a little tougher, right? That could make it a little tougher to make the roster if he doesn't get that. But even still, I'd be surprised if he's not this the team's third running back.
Yeah, and given my ECU bias, I'm obviously cheering for Keaton Mitchell a lot, but I loved Rasheen Ali in college, and I thought that was a great pickup for the Ravens. I've seen him play here against ECU, and he was just as fast as Keaton Mitchell in college, I believe. So you think Rasheen Ali, you said probably stash him away on the practice squad. Do you think they carry all four of those guys going in for the final roster, or?
I'd be surprised. They're going to carry. I'm curious to see how the Ravens go about putting together their 53-man roster. It's not a lot of spots up for grabs. They have a lot of. This is obviously a really good roster that they have this year. So there'll be some back end pieces, but even those spots will be tough to make. So in my mind, I haven't really approached camp as Keaton being a guy who's a bubble guy for the roster. I think his spot is safe. Rasheen Ali may be one of those bubble guys, but it wouldn't shock me if they found a way to keep him around. But I think practice squad is probably his best chance. And look, maybe he has a really good preseason and ends up getting picked up somewhere else. That's very possible.
Yeah, and when it comes to preseason, I'm assuming Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, the stars aren't going to be playing. What have you heard from John Harbaugh on that?
Yeah, pretty much that, at least for this first game. He said that we won't see a lot of the stars out there. And really, it's been a few years since he's played his bona fide starters in a preseason game, the Lamars, the Derrick Henrys, the Mark Andrews of the world. I think you'll see some of their rookie starters like Malachi Starks and Mike Green. Mike Green isn't necessarily an every down starter right now for them, but he is a situational starter. He'll be out there on pass rush downs. So I think they're ready to unleash him in this preseason game. And I would imagine the second one at least as well. But yeah, the Kyle Hamiltons and the Derrick Henrys and those guys, John already said they're not playing in this one. He kind of left the door open for the other games maybe, but until he does it, I don't think he will.
Yeah, and you mentioned those two rookies, Malachi Starks and Mike Green. I thought they were steals at where they were taken, and the Ravens, I don't want to say lucky to get them, but them falling as far as they did was surprising to me. What have you seen from them so far throughout training camp?
I've been impressed. And look, it's my 5th year covering the team, and one of the things that I have kind of picked up on over this time is don't get caught up in guys flashing and looking good in training camp practices. You got to be able to do it in the games, and you got to be able to do it consistently if you want to be one of the really good ones in this league. So both of those guys, I think, are definitely looked the part. Malachi has stepped in right away, and he does not look like a rookie to me. He doesn't carry himself like a rookie. He doesn't talk like a rookie. He just seems like a seasoned vet. And maybe that's what comes from being a 4-year starter at Georgia, and playing all over that defense and wearing so many hats for them. But he is very impressive to talk to and to watch play football. He makes plays. They had the joint practice against the Colts yesterday, as you know, and he had a couple of really good plays in there that opened my eyes. Same with Mike Green. It seems like every time the pads come on, Mike Green is just it's like it's go time for him. He wins his one-on-one reps. He wins off the line of scrimmage early. He knows how to he has a really good motor, and that helps him with his pass rush moves because it seems like he can go on forever. I just want to see him get into these preseason games and actually finish the play. I've seen him win his reps and win early, but in these practices they have to pull up. He can't, the quarterback, he could barely hit anybody else. So now in these preseason games, all right, now I want to see him not just get there, but finish the play, finish the tackle. I know he led the nation in sacks last year, but it's the NFL. It's a totally different level up here. So I want to see him be able to showcase the ability to make plays in the backfield on a consistent basis.
Cordell Woodland joining us today on the show. Sticking with the draft class, who's one of those later round picks that have caught your eye, somebody you're keeping your eye on during the preseason?
It's not many of them. Tyler Loop obviously is a kicker right now that they drafted. They moved on from Justin Tucker this offseason. So that's been a big story for the Ravens, looking at Tyler Loop and seeing how he's coming along. They had a quote-unquote kicking competition with him and John Hoyland. They ended up cutting John Hoyland over the weekend. So now it's just Tyler Loop. So he's looked good in practice. He's hit some 60-yarders. He's hit a 58-yarder, a 56. So he's showcasing the leg. Now it's about him doing it in the game. So he's another one that I'm looking forward to seeing in the preseason games. Another one I would say is LaJohntay Wester, receiver from Colorado. They basically drafted him to be the team's punt returner because they went through about 4 or 5 different punt returners last year. They're just looking for somebody that can catch the ball on a consistent basis back there. And I think you combine that with Wester's history of having some big returns in his time in college football, specifically last year in Colorado. So I think they really like him. He probably has the lead right now when it comes to that punt return role. So we'll see. But the Ravens roster is so good. A lot of their rookies won't make immediate impact. I mentioned before that Will, Malachi, Mike Green, the kicker, Tyler Loop, and probably LaJohntay Wester. Other than that, the rest of them may not even make the team. Teddy Buchanan, I think, will make the team at linebacker. He's probably the 3rd linebacker. But other than that, like Robert Longerbeam and some of those other guys, Emory Jones, they're still waiting for him to even practice tackle from LSU. They haven't even been able to get him out there yet. I'm looking for him to end up starting the year on IR. So there's some questions about some of the other guys, but this is a veteran-driven team for the Ravens right now. So they'll be leaning on a lot of those guys as opposed to young guys, even though I named 4 dudes that are going to end up being starters for them in some sort of capacity.
And you mentioned it's a veteran-driven team. 2 acquisitions, Jair Alexander and DeAndre Hopkins this offseason. How have they been melding with the team so far?
Oh, great. I mean, Jair's a ball of energy, man. He is I've always been a big fan of his, but watching him up close, I have a even bigger appreciation for his work ethic, his competitiveness, and his confidence. I mean, he's only 5'10". He's not a big corner, but this dude will get in your chili and he'll jam you every single play. And I've seen him a couple of receivers up on the line and them not be able to even get into their route in practice. He's been really impressive. He's a talker. He engages with the crowd. He's a celebrator. So he's bringing out some of that personality from some of the other players on the defense, guys like Nate Wiggins, even guys like Kyle Hamilton, who are really mellow. Marlon Humphrey is kind of a nut job anyway, and I mean that in a positive way, but yeah. Jair is right. He's cut from that cloth, so they're meshing really well. But I think Jair is going to be good for them. He brings a playmaker in the secondary, and the Ravens have been looking to get more turnovers. He could help with that if healthy. Health is a big question mark with him, of course. But if he's out there, I mean, his whole career, he's been a top 10 corner. I have no reason to think otherwise if he's healthy. DeAndre Hopkins, same thing. How could you not love D-Hop? I mean, that dude has been one of the best receivers in the league since he got here. And he showcased the catch radius multiple times in practice. Him and Lamar are still working on the chemistry. They're still testing things out. But so far, so good. He fits in out there. He just puts his head down, goes to work. And I think he's a good influence on that young receiving room that's still up and coming, filled with a couple of young good players like Rashad Bateman and Zay Flowers, even Tez Walker, who's having a really good camp this year in his second year. I like the DeAndre Hopkins addition because unlike Ravens teams in the past, they don't need him to be wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2. He's really there to be a situational guy and kind of bail Lamar out of some jams sometimes.
Yeah, and you said you've been covering the Ravens for 5 years, and I mean, over the course of those 5 years, they've always been one of the best teams in the conference, but the playoff success hasn't really been there with Lamar Jackson. I hate to talk about January, February, and we're not even in the regular season yet, but what do you think it's going to take for this team to win the conference championship and compete in a Super Bowl?
It's crazy. I mean, you talk about how you hate to talk about that time of year already, but that's the Ravens. I mean, they sleepwalk their way to double-digit wins in the regular season. I still think they're head and shoulders the best team in their division, barring injuries. So it is all about the postseason for them. And, it's about them looking like the Ravens in the playoffs. Too many times they don't look like the Ravens. They abandon their tendencies, and I'm all for breaking tendencies, but you can't do it to a detriment to yourself. And they've done that at times. Their turnover differential has been awful. They commit too many turnovers and don't force any in the postseason, it feels like. And sometimes in these playoff games, 1 or 2 turnovers, that'll do you in. That's all it takes sometimes. And to that, when you talk about what they need to do to get over the hump, it's going to sound crazy, but I think it's about being a little more boring if you're the Ravens, if you're Lamar Jackson, because everybody's always talking about Lamar doesn't have any of these vintage Lamar Jackson performances in the playoffs. And I always think back to the AFC Championship game a couple years ago where Baltimore lost to Kansas City at home. And that second half, the Chiefs' offense didn't even score, yet they still won the game. And it's because Patrick Mahomes was okay with punting the ball. He's okay with throwing it away on third down. He's okay with taking a sack sometimes, and I think Lamar at times is, he only knows how to be Superman sometimes. I think sometimes he could just, it's okay to, you have the fumble snap like he did in Buffalo last year. Sure, you go to the Bengals game last year in Cincinnati, he has the fumble snap, and he turns that into the play of the year potentially. And then Buffalo, you try to do that again, what does it do? It turns into a fumble the other way. Sometimes it's okay to just eat it in that moment, but I understand it's hard to kind of turn off that playmaker instinct that has made him so great. But I think more is sometimes less in the postseason, and the Ravens have helped their opponents out too many times by making killer mistakes in these games that end up biting them in the end. I think it's time that they produce more turnovers and not turn the ball over as much, but also be okay with a boring drive sometimes, a drive that ends in a punt. I know you don't want to do it, but sometimes it's okay to play a field position game because you have a really good defense on the other side as well. I really think that's been their biggest thing. It's just the risk reward factor doesn't usually go their way in the postseason, the turnovers, and then you just have mishaps. Mark Andrews fumble in the fourth quarter. Mark Andrews drops the 2-point conversion pass that hits him in the sternum. Like,
yeah,
you just can't have that. You just can't have those types of plays in the postseason against these teams like Buffalo or Kansas City. You're not going to win.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier about they kind of just sleepwalk their way to the playoffs. I've looked at their schedule for this upcoming season. It seems like after that Rams game in like week 6 or week 5, there's really no heavy hitters on this schedule outside of like divisional matchups. Do you think like stuff like that is a detriment to their playoff success, or just kind of the weakness of their division? It doesn't really look like anybody is going to compete with Baltimore in that division this year. You think that's a cause of this?
These divisional games are always tricky, right? Because they know each other so well and they're building for each other. And like the Browns are awful. The Ravens lost to the Browns last year.
Yeah.
You know, they lost to Pittsburgh last year, and they gave up 70 or more points, I think, against the Bengals in the 2 games combined. They still ended up winning them because Cincinnati can't stop a nosebleed. But you just never know with the division, and it's football. I mean, anything can happen. Their first 6 weeks are very tough as well. They get the week 7 bye, but they come out having to go back to Buffalo. Week 3 they have Detroit coming in on Monday Night Football, and then week 4 they go to Kansas City on a short week. You got Cleveland week 2. That's a division game. You just never know. I've seen the Ravens lose to the Colts at home in week 2. I've seen them lose to the Raiders last year at home early in the season. So this is why they play the games. This is why they play the games. And the Ravens, I will say this about them. They can tend to play down to their opponents, but they are very well known to playing up to their opponents as well. You think back to the Christmas Day game a couple years ago in San Francisco. I mean, they just completely ran the Niners off the field.
Yeah.
And the Niners looked like they were the best team in football at that time. So they can get up for these matchups if they feel threatened, if they feel like people are gassing up the other team a little too much throughout the week. Oh, yeah, they'll definitely show up. So in a way, I think their tough start to the schedule might actually be a benefit for them because it'll force them to kind of be on their A game.
Yeah. Before we let you go, I just want a prediction. What do you think this season is going to have for the Ravens?
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be very tough for them to not win their division. I still expect them to do that. I think they'll be a double-digit win team again. I could see them getting the 1 seed. I think it's in their best interest to do that. They definitely have the roster to do it. So I could see them getting the 1 seed. I think they'll at least get to the AFC Championship game. I can't pick anybody in the AFC to beat the Chiefs until I see somebody do it.
Yeah.
But so it's tough for me to sit here and say, oh, yeah, the Ravens will be in the Super Bowl or even win the Super Bowl. Until they get over that hump in January, it's tough for me to say that. Granted, I picked them to win the last 2 Super Bowls and was wrong, obviously. So maybe third time's the charm. I don't know. But I do think they'll at least get to the conference championship game, probably have to see Mahomes and the Chiefs. And from there, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, Cordell, thanks for joining us today. I could do this for 3 hours. This is a great conversation. Before we let you go, just tell the people where they can find your work and where they can follow you.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on. You can follow me on pretty much any social media site at Cordell Woodland, all one word. You could check me out on 105.7 The Fan if you're here in Baltimore. I have an evening show on Thursday nights, The Fresh Take with my co-host Ben Hall. The show is really chill, really laid back, very informative, and we interact with our fans a lot, our listeners a lot, I should say. You can also listen on the Odyssey app if you're not in the area. And, you know, I make a lot of appearances on 105.7 The Fan or even other podcasts and stuff. So you never know where you'll see me or hear me.
All right, Cordell, man, we'll be keeping up with your work, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate you having me.
Jared Watkins with Cordell Woodland and the Bone Zone. Two guys. Take it to the Bone Zone. Yes, sir. Two guys talking football.
Yeah, nothing better.
Pretty much as good as it gets.
Doing interviews like these, I don't even have to prepare really. Just
talking football.
Talk football. You know, interview some baseball people. Those are like 3 hours of research and preparation.
Right. All right, we got to get a break in. Let's do it when we return. Two more guys talking football, myself and Jeff Nadu. Japan off to a 2-0 lead over Winterville in the Little League Softball World Series, which means we got them right where we want them. We will take a break, come back, have more for you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird for my friends at Shimmer Boutique. Arrivals are here from all your favorite brands like Kinder Scott, Yeti, Local Boy, Pimp Shrimp, Simply Southern, and a lot more. Shop now at shimmerboutiqueonline.com and receive free shipping on all orders over $100. And don't forget, Shimmer is your place to get your very own Parker Bird shirt, available in youth and adult sizes. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, Jacksonville, and Shimmer Boutique online.com. Go Pirates.
You would do anything to keep your family safe. Don't leave safety to chance with national companies or do-it-yourself systems. Hi, this is Mike Robertson, the owner of SCI Technologies. We have recently merged with High-Tech Communications to become North Carolina's premier security, audio, and fire alarm provider. The most cost-effective solutions for your home or business security and life safety needs. SCI Technologies, 252-321-7006. That's 321-7006.
The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy. And that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville has the hot deals this summer with the Make This the Summer event. You pay the exact same thing as a factory employee. Come check out the Ram 1500 at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep and get savings up to $12,000 with Employee Pricing Plus on Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. And they still have the 2024 Ram Heavy Duties in stock. Save up to $15,000 with Employee Pricing Plus on the longest lasting heavy duty work trucks in the market. How about the new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee? You pay what a factory employee pays, with savings up to $9,000 on America's most awarded SUV, and unprecedented savings for a new Jeep Wrangler, up to $6,000 off on a 2025 Jeep Wrangler.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Cockerell in Greenville. Come see us!
Offers do not include tax, tags, title, and $8.99 admin fee. See dealer for details.
Take advantage of Employee Pricing Plus and see all of the new and pre-owned inventory at ecauto.com.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
Miss Shirley, play my dad's commercial now.
Okay, Lincoln, you got it.
Looking for the best ride on four wheels? I'm Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts in Greenville. From parts to sales to service, we've got you covered with E-Z-Go, Club Car, and rugged utility carts ready to roll. Locally owned and operated, we'll even deliver right to you. Come see me on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School, or visit 360golfcarts.com.
360 Golf Carts, pirates supporting pirates. Arr!
Ahoy, home hunters! Ready to find the real treasure of Eastern North Carolina? At E&C Pirate Realty Allen Tate, our crew of expert agents will help you chart the course to your dream home without any rough waters.
Whether you're buying, selling, or just looking to drop anchor, we've got the map to real estate gold. E&C Pirate Realty Allen Tate, where X marks the spot, and every home is a hidden gem.
Visit encpiraterealty.com.
We close the deal or someone walks the plank.
Right? Call today. Petey Pablo in the house with the Pirate Nation, and we about to raise up one time. Turn me up.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater is Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor venue with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids. Visit CarolinaCrossroadsAmp.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Let's quickly head out to the Turner Home Team Live line. If you're looking to sell your house fast and without making any repairs, the Turner Home Team is the place to go. The local home buying company. They buy your houses as is. Justin and his team can provide you with a fast cash offer for your house today. So give them a call, 525-4780. Turner Home Team, the Turner Home Team Live line. We go out to it to talk to Jeff Nadu, who joins us to talk a little ECU and some Big 12 as well. Nadu, how you doing today, man?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. We are knocking out the conferences. I want to revisit some early season bets you already have in, so we'll do that before we get out of here today. But let's real quick for our Pirate listeners out there. East Carolina has started fall camp, obviously, in week 2 now. Got a scrimmage coming up on Saturday. We heard from the coordinators for the first time earlier this week. So starting to get into it, Nadu, and see what kind of team we have here. And kind of generally speaking, a lot of offense returning with Hauser and some receivers, and year 2 of John David Baker. A lot of replacements on the defensive side. There are a lot of juniors and seniors, but sometimes a lot of those first-time starters, juniors and seniors for ECU. So, Nadu, we've talked about it, but just to reiterate your position on East Carolina, what kind of season are you predicting for Blake Harrell in his first year as full-time head coach?
Well, I would expect. I mean, I think that at worst, it should be a bowl appearance. Look, at the end of the day, I don't think that ECU is as good as the Tulanes or the Navies, but I think there is reason for optimism. I think defensively they'll be solid. You obviously have to replace some guys, particularly Ravel, obviously in the secondary, but on offense they should be able to move the ball. They do play 7 teams that made a bowl game last year, which that's not an easy schedule. You got a tough out-of-conference game or 2. I think the goal is probably to get where you were last year, obviously improve on that. Do I think they're going to win this conference? No, but I think, pushing a team maybe would be the goal.
One of the big ones on the schedule is BYU, and we'll talk some Big 12 today with Nadu. And, of course, the headlines out of there, they lose their quarterback who winds up going to Tulane, so we might see him anyway on the football field in 2025 as East Carolina goes to New Orleans. But, Jeff, first question regarding the Big 12. What do you think about BYU? They should come into the ECU game 2-0 and probably ranked inside the top 20, which would be exciting for a home game here in Greenville. But how much chance do you give them to be a contender in the Big 12 this year?
Well, look, I don't ever say never with this conference because Arizona State
right.
was very good last year, and I didn't expect them to be good. I would say little to none. BYU, it goes from being kind of a team that you would think is a top 3 team in the conference to a team that has no quarterback. Jake Retzlaff is gone. They have to now kind of pick up the pieces. They don't exactly have a lot waiting in the wings there. I think, look, are they, a bottom 20 team in America? No, but they're definitely a team that is now going to be 11-2 this year. I think losing him, they're probably a top 25 team. Now they're probably a top 50 team, but they're not anything you would expect. I wouldn't have him in the top 5 personally. But hey, again, like I said, crazier things have happened in this conference.
That's interesting, Jeff. They're 22, I think, in the coaches poll. We'll see what they are in the AP. But we were asking what would they be if the quarterback was there, and we kind of came up with top 20. You're saying the quarterback move bumps them out of the top 25, and quite dramatically, it sounds like.
Yeah, surely. I mean, I got to tell you, I think the coaches poll is obviously pre, him leaving. They're not a top 25 team without Jake Retzlaff.
Okay.
I actually talked to a friend of mine that does a preview magazine, Brett Cianci, and he said he had him around I think 45th.
Wow. Okay. Nadu, the reason I love the Big 12, you've already touched on it, the unpredictability, and also I like offense as well, and you'll get some scoring in this league. So you mentioned it. Arizona State picked last year. They win the thing. Oklahoma State picked first, and Mike Gundy and his team didn't win a conference game. So it is an ultimate crapshoot, but you got to try to find the edge here somewhere or the other. So have you determined a champion in the Big 12 this year, Jeff? Is there a team you like more than the others?
Yeah, I do think Arizona State. I mean, I think if I had to be as confident on something, it would be Arizona State being, to me at least, the top team on paper, maybe the second best team on paper. This is a really good team coming back. Yeah, they do lose Scadaboo, who was a very important part to what they did, but Sam Levitt was really good, freshman of the year. Jordan Tyson comes back, their big-time receiver, off an injury. 9 starters back on defense. And for a team that lost Scadaboo, I mean, they do return his top backup. They return a couple others. They return Kanye Udo, who was a player at Army who did a great job in the backfield for the Black Knights. So, yeah, on paper, this, to me, looks like a really strong team. They have a ton of guys back. They really should pick up right where they left off. Are they going to make a deep run in the playoffs? I don't know, but to me, I think they should be the favorite of all of the league. I mean, could be. You think about this: there are 5 teams that are either plus 550 or plus 650 to win this conference.
Right.
There's also another team in the 10-1 range, 11-1 range, and 15-1 range. So, as you said, this is a very volatile league that anything can happen in.
And as I look at these teams, Jeff, a lot of good coaches in this league, and then Dillingham is certainly rising with what they did last year. But, Kyle Whittingham has been there forever. Matt Campbell has been a star who could have gone a lot of places maybe years ago, but he's still winning there at Iowa State. You go down the list. I know you like Lance Leipold at Kansas. Rich Rod is freaking back at West Virginia. Let me ask you about that while I bring his name up. Rich Rodriguez, man, he had it rolling in Morgantown, but that's going on nearly 20 years ago. So what do you think about him going back home? Phil Steele has the Mountaineers picked last. So, but again, the team picked last year won it. So what do you think about West Virginia?
Yeah, it's going to take some time. I mean, he did some good things at Jacksonville State. I mean, it's not unheard of to bring a coach back. It doesn't always happen or really ever happen, but it'll happen here. They have to replace they need a new quarterback. They have a new coordinator on defense. So, they're in a kind of figure it out year. I don't think it's crazy to think they can't win maybe 5 or 6 games. It's always tough to go there and play, but you have a lot of new faces, a lot of new coaches. I don't think they're the worst team, but I don't think they're great either. I think they're probably a 4 to 6 win team, something like that. I'll tell you this: there are 2 teams that I'm very high on outside of Arizona State. I think the best offense in this conference is Baylor. I think Baylor could be nationally very good. I mean, this is a a really good offense, Clip. I don't know if they'll be like a Seth Russell, type of team that they were where they're scoring 45 points a game a couple of years ago. But this is a really good offense under Sawyer Robertson. I also like Utah. For what it's worth, I mean, Utah had a ton of issues at the quarterback position last year. Just never had Cam Rising healthy. They're always going to have a good defense. Kyle Whittingham's still one of the best coaches in the country. They bring in the guy Devin Dampier, who was at New Mexico. And Clip, I don't know if you know this, but New Mexico was a top 10 total offense last year in America. If he could stay healthy, this team is going to look a lot different. And Devin Dampier gets a better offensive line, better weapons, a better defense, just a better overall everything. So, Utah should take a big step forward. They're not going to be 5-7 this year. I think they could win 9, 10, 11 games.
The Utes and the Baylor Bears. A note on Baylor, Jeff. You're one, hey, there's no way the Big 12 gets two teams in the playoff. Well, with what Arizona State did last year, they're going to be ranked high and have an opportunity to climb in the polls perhaps. And they do have an early game with Kansas State. They also play Iowa. But I look at Baylor, and they start with Auburn, which is not a great team, but it's a win over an SEC team if you can get it, which would be big. And then they're at SMU the following week. That would be a hell of a start on your resume, Jeff, before you get into league play if you're Baylor.
Yeah, it would. And I'll tell you, I mean, you're not getting two teams here. And whoever wins this conference is going. And you're right. I mean, Baylor will check off the who'd you play thing. You also look at the fact, I mean, they get Arizona State at home, they get K-State at home, they get Utah at home. I mean, all their tough games in conference are at home. It's funny you say this, Clip. I've made 4 week 1 bets already. Baylor was one of them. I took Baylor +1 against Auburn. If I can get them as a home dog, I'm all in for that. I don't understand why Auburn's a favorite in that game. I think Baylor's the better team. They have the better quarterback. They're in the fact that they're at home. I think it's also time to figure it out if you're Dave Aranda on defense. They've all of a sudden got, I think, a pretty damn good secondary. Their secondary looks really good, and their edge looks good. I think Baylor could be really good on both sides.
We were trying to figure this out yesterday, Jeff. Why does Iowa State only have two the non-conference opponents for Iowa State? They were kind of missing one, and they will be playing Kansas State in Dublin, and it'll be considered one of those non-conference games. And NC State plays Virginia this year, and what will not count on the conference standing. So just a side question for you. What do you think about this little trend we're seeing of conference opponents scheduling each other for a non-conference game? You for, against, or don't care?
It doesn't mean much to me. I don't really care. I prefer that teams just do the normal first 3 games or non-conference. It's just uniform and easy. But look, to me, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme. It's kind of like times. I don't really care what time a team plays generally. But yeah, I think, you look at Iowa State and K-State. That is quite honest, that's probably an elimination game right away. I mean, that is a brutal ask if you're those teams, as far as you got to go and play each other game 1, and number 2, it's in Dublin, which you got to go to another country. I mean, that's really difficult if you're Matt Campbell or K-State or whatever. That's brutal.
Jeff, any of our old foes from the American a factor here in the Big 12? When you look at UCF, Cincinnati, Houston, you like any of those more than the others?
I wouldn't say I like them. I think Cincinnati is a team that could flirt with getting to a bowl game. Brendan Swordsey's a pretty good quarterback. I'll tell you what, I like UCF. I did last year. I bet their overs a lot, because the good thing about UCF is they were a terrible defensive team, and they found a way to get into the 20s every game. I don't know if they'll do that this year, but they have a new coach down there. We'll see. Scott Frost is back. We haven't seen him in a while. He was at Nebraska. That was a rough kind of end for him, and he's now back at UCF. So we'll see. I'm skeptical. Houston, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I mean, they have the resources, but yeah, I don't think any of these teams will challenge to win the conference or anything.
Yeah, it seems like they're all kind of muddled together there in the back half. And
you know, it's funny too, Clip. Out of all this stuff, we've been on the phone for about 15 minutes. You still haven't mentioned Colorado.
That was, I know, you're right, which is kind of crazy, but I was going to ask you about them next. What are they post Shadur and Hunter? I guess the recruiting's been great, Jeff, so do you give them a chance to do something this year?
I don't know. I think they're probably a team that if they can get to a bowl game, I think that's kind of where they are. I mean, you look at all the talent lost. I mean, it's just really hard to envision that they'll be where they were. I thought they overachieved last year. I mean, you do look at what they've come in. Caden Salter, which, Salter was, solid at Liberty.
Yeah, we saw him at Liberty. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't overly impressed by him. I mean, Travis Hunter was a generational player. Shadur Sanders at college, generational player. I mean, you look at the fact, too, Clip. I mean, I think we're kind of just forgetting, like, some guys leave and you're just like, oh, they left, they'll be fine. Like, people talk about Boise State. Oh, Genty left, but they'll be all right. It's like, well, he had 31 touchdowns last year. I mean, he had 4 200-yard rushing games. Same with Hunter. Not only was he a great offensive player, but he was a great defensive player. You lose Shiloh Sanders. You lose, guys in the offensive line who left. I mean, you lose your quarterback. I don't see it. I would think getting 6-7 wins. I don't know why Deion's still there. It makes no sense to me. But I'm not him.
All right, Nadu, we're up against it. We'll let you run today. Another awesome chat on the Turner Home Team Live Line. Love breaking down these conferences with you. Anything else before we let you go?
That's it, Clip. I'll see you next week. Thank you.
Thursdays with Nadu, talking college football. I love that we'll be doing that for the foreseeable future. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Fleet Feet rundown. North Carolina puts 2 on the board. We are tied at 2 in the bottom of the second in the Little League Softball World Series on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
Back with you after this.
Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson, with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen in Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
At U.S. Cellular, you can get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, so you don't have to haggle at self-checkout.
$10.99.
I'll give you $7.
$10.99.
$8.
Calling for assistance.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
Hey Birdland, cheer on the Orioles Saturday, August 9th against the Athletics at Oriole Park at Camden Yards at 7:05. Arrive early. The first 20,000 fans will receive an Adam Jones Orioles Hall of Fame bobblehead. Snag this giveaway featuring Adam Jones holding his signature post-game pie. Before the game, honor new Orioles Hall of Famers Adam Jones, Joe Orsulak, and Tom Davis during an on-field ceremony. Buy your tickets today at Orioles.com/tickets.
Let's talk about leveling up your skills and your paycheck. At Pitt Community College, our Business and Workforce Solutions program offers flexible options aligned with local business needs. With supportive instructors who really care about students and short-term training that fits your schedule, you're sure to build connections that open doors. Learn how we can help you at pittcc.edu/workforce.
Who let the dogs out?
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
Who let the dogs out?
Jeff Stein here at Brown & Wood Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Right now we have GMC 1500 Elevation 0.9% or $78.50 off. That truck also has $359 lease special. For Buick, we got the all-new Enclave. It's beautiful. It's big. It can handle all of your luggage, kids, towing, anything. Brown & Wood Buick GMC, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and one goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
This is Andre Allison, the first receiver to catch for 1,000 in ECU history. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. You can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. And looking for a great meal in the heart of downtown Greenville? Come on down to 5th Street Hardware and Tap Room. Whether you're craving a juicy burger, a fresh seafood basket, or a tasty sandwich or wrap, they've got something for everyone. Grab a bite with friends, relax on the patio, and enjoy the cozy, welcoming atmosphere. The next time you're in downtown Greenville, make it a point to visit 5th Street Hardware, right next to the State Theater in downtown Greenville. Great food, great company. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Let's get to our Fleet Feet rundown. Got my daughter's back to school list, and some new On Clouds were on that list. She loves the On Clouds. So we'll be getting those from Fleet Feet here in Greenville. Some NFL on our rundown today. Really big injury, Jared, and I don't know if we know the extent of it, but for your division and for the league, because a playoff team may be down an offensive lineman.
Yeah, and Rashawn Slater just got the big payday, so very unfortunate for the Chargers. Hopefully he can get back soon.
So he goes down and is carted off.
Yeah, it was non-contact. It was while he was planting his left leg. Seems like his knee just gave out.
I was going to bring that up with HUD when we were talking about the violence and physicality of fall camp and practices. And maybe these numbers are wrong, but it seems like there's a lot more non-contact major injuries than guys hitting each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So these are the ones you really worry about.
But it seems like that's always what it is this time of year is the non-contact.
So that is a big one there for the Chargers. Any other injury news?
Not really.
Matt Stafford expected back at practice on Monday.
Yeah, no reason for him to play in the preseason. Just let Jimmy G go out there and whoever else is on that roster.
Are you what's your interest level in seeing Travis Hunter go both ways in the NFL? Because he's apparently going to do that this weekend.
I'll see. I'll watch how it goes, but I mean, I don't think that changes my opinion on the Jaguars. I still think whether he plays one side or both sides, they got a shot to win that division.
All right, Flint. Why are the Raiders on the rundown?
They play tonight. Raider football's back. That means I'll be walking around with a smile for at least today.
NFL Network. Are we taking them?
Am I taking them?
I said, are we taking them?
Are we taking them? Yeah.
You want to take them?
Yeah.
You already took them?
No.
All right, let's take them.
But I'll take them.
All right. Raiders.
$1,000 on the Raiders minus 4.5.
Why are they 4.5-point favorites? Who are they playing, and who are the Seahawks not playing?
I don't know about the Seahawks, but from what Pete Carroll has said this week during his post-practice pressers, it's leaning towards Geno, Genty, Bowers, the guys playing a little bit tonight.
I was so excited to lock down Brock Bowers as a keeper. You want to just go first half, or you want to go game?
I think first half would be the safer bet. Yeah. I think that will be what the group bets. I'll bet everything.
All right, fair enough.
Geno touchdown, rushing, Genty 2, Bowers 3.
And an expedited flip through. Man, we need to get Patrick Mason on. Iowa, who can score some points now. Last year they scored 40, 38, 40, 40, 42. And, of course, had some in the,
Well, that's Ohio State. 7,
17, 13. Yeah. So 8-5 last year. Kirk Ferentz always wins 8 games, longest tenured head coach. Some of their all-time leaders. Second career rusher, former Redskin, Liddell Betts. I liked him. Marvin McNutt, their all-time leading receiver. Tim Dwight was good for the Chargers and Falcons. Passers, Chuck Long, Nate Stanley, Drew Tate. And Iowa, non-con, Albany, Iowa State, UMass this year. And they're going to probably win 8 games.
Yeah, I'd say 6 to 8. It's just Penn State, Oregon, USC. Those are the tough ones.
Toughies on the schedule. They go to Wisconsin. They do get Jamie's Indiana Hoosiers at home. Iowa, flip through, done. Let's take our final break. We'll come back. You're ready to wrap it up here on a Thursday after these words. Dorfinators!
Mount up.
That's right, the Dorfinators are coming to the Buccaneer Music Hall August 20th. It's the Little Giants taking on the Tiny Titans with death-defying maneuvers, high-flying aerials. This is an event you will not want to miss. Get your tickets now at Dorfinators.com. That's August 20th, 8 p.m. The Extreme Dorfinators Wrestling Crew will hit the ring at the Buccaneer Music Hall. Get your tickets now, Dorfinators.com.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
Eastern North Carolina, it's your guy, Roger Harris. I train to be the best on the field, but even more, it's about being my best for them. I know my joints won't heal on their own. Arthritis, it's coming, unless I stop it. Prevention beats pain. QC Kinetics use your body's own power to heal, rebuild, and restore. No surgery, no drugs, no downtime. Don't wait until pain sidelines you from the game of life. QC Kinetics, regenerative medicine, real results. Call now to schedule your free consultation. 252-645-6458.
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to AnsonBelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30-plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. AnsonBelt.com, over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Naylor Show.
You gotta love the juice at Jersey Mike's. That zing of real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend is even better than the zing of a first kiss. No offense to Brenda DeMarche. It was a fine first smooch for me behind the bleachers. But there's nothing like when that zing of the juice hits your lips for the very first time. Years later, Brenda and I shared a Jersey Mike's sub with extra juice. We had a better time because neither of us had braces. Add a flavor zing with the juice. Jersey Mike's. A sub above.
Hot days, cool
cool deals, summer sizzles at Bostic Sugg Furniture. You'll find sizzling savings on hundreds of items in stock. Save on beautiful living room furniture, dining rooms, and bedroom furniture. Save up to 70% off clearance items, plus 6 months special financing. Raise up your sleep level and get a free motion base upgrade with Beauty Rest Black or Helix mattress purchase with up to 60 months special financing. Hot days, cool deals, summer sizzles at Bostic Sugg Furniture. Now that's hot.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Big news from the Rick House. The Rick House has a brand new menu that you're absolutely going to love. New on the menu are creamy garlic parm chicken pasta, crab cakes, and our new porterhouse, half filet, half strip, tender and juicy, and grilled to perfection. The Rick House is the area's bourbon authority, featuring Willet, Jefferson Tropics, and the Frank Sinatra Select by Jack Daniels. The new menu features new, lower prices and $4 drafts all summer long. The Rick House, Red Bank Road in Greenville.
Pirate Radio, where it's always a great day to be a pirate.
I think it's gonna be a great day.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
It was a mixed day for the stock market. The Dow was down 224 points and closed at 43,968. The NASDAQ was up 73 at 21,244, and the S&P was down just 5 points and finished at 6,340. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
All right, talked about Slater, the all-world tackle from the Chargers a moment ago, out for the season, they're already saying.
Brutal.
So that is a brutal one. All right, wrapping it up here on a Thursday. Thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Jackson, great job. J-Bone, good work. And for the crew, I am Clip Rock. We'll talk to you Friday, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation.